Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. No Darren Bent today, but who cares when you... Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was you. Jason Cundy, everyone.
Hello, mate. Fully grown breasts.
Coughing already.
I know, it's
What's
terrible.
the matter with you? You need some water? Oh, my God. Honestly, he's only had like 9 hours to prepare. But, Jiggo, we've got a show for you today. Are you all right? You want some water? Honestly, we've got to baby you, haven't we? We'll build up to another massive weekend of Premier League action on the talkSPORT network as we bring you live and exclusive commentary of Arsenal versus Forest and Brentford against Chelsea. I think I'm doing the show on my own today. We'll also find out whether Jason Cundy, if he's still alive, thinks Chelsea can win the Premier League. Former Lioness Farrell Williams joins us in the studio and we'll discuss Alexander Isak as he prepares for a potential debut this weekend. On top of that, Alex Crook returns for Ready Steady Crook. We'll discuss Jack Grealish's start to life at Everton as he picks up the Premier League Player of the Month. And we'll talk half and half scarves as well. This is Drive, this is talkSPORT. You can get involved 03717 22 33 44.
I think I've just saw this one. Hello, mate.
You always know it's going to be an interesting show. We've got Ryan on the decks today. Ryan does Fridays. So Ryan's a little bit more edgy.
Yes.
And you're...
Do you know what's happened?
I'll tell you what it is.
I've made
No,
the biggest mistake
You had
ever.
nuts.
I just had nuts.
You offered me some peanuts before, and I went, no, it's got nuts
do you
in.
know what?
And I never, ever have nuts.
No, it's a schoolboy error on my part.
Why have you done? Take some water down.
I have.
Take a bit more.
Just a nut got...
Why would you do that? You had nuts stuck in your throat.
I've had a nut stuck in my throat.
Yeah. You can't talk like that.
No, I'm going to be fine. How are you? I'm fine now. I'm back in the game.
I played golf this morning.
I didn't
love
ask.
golf. You ever play golf? I've never asked you that. You ever play golf?
I have played golf.
Any good?
I don't like it. I don't enjoy it.
All right.
But I've played it in the past.
I don't think you played it properly. You haven't played like 18 holes.
No, I've played
I'll
holes.
take a 7-iron out.
No, I have done that. But I just didn't enjoy it. If I can't take to it straight away, I get very frustrated.
Because you're very twitty, aren't you?
Yeah. If I can't do it straight away, my patience is pretty slim.
With golf, it's all very calm and slow and collect. And you walk up to the ball, you pick the ball up,
Yeah.
clean the ball, you have a look round.
No.
Birds are chirping, the sun's shining. You look at your mate, you go, good shot.
Yeah.
And it's called calm.
No.
It's your world.
No, look, I understand why people love it. I've got lots of mates, including you, that love it. Absolutely. The Goldstein and O'Hara, you two used to get together, play
I've played him before.
golf, right?
He's a little bit too good for me.
He's good, actually. He's very good.
Fantastic.
He's very good. But, it's fine. I haven't got to like it, have I?
No. You all right?
Yeah, fine.
What have you done? You must be tired. So you did... Is it known what you did?
Yeah.
All right. So you did a sports bar show.
No, I did a podcast in Scotland yesterday.
No.
morning.
You did a sports bar show Wednesday night.
Yes, I did.
And you finished at 1 a.m.
Correct.
And you went home. You slept for about 2 hours. And you got up.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarrely, I was up about 6:30 on Thursday morning.
Yes.
And you were online. I went to reply to one of your texts. You sent me a late night text.
Yeah.
And you were online. I was like, what are you doing? You went, I'm at the airport, Gatwick, at 6:30 on Thursday morning. Got on a plane, flew to Scotland to do a podcast.
With numbnuts, yeah.
Flew back last night and did the sports bar last night.
Yesterday afternoon, flew back and did the show last night, yeah. And woke up this morning, mate. I was pretty battered when I woke up this morning. I thought,
How long you sleep for?
well, I didn't go to bed again until 2 o'clock, 2:30.
And you had 9 hours kip, you said?
Woke up at 11. That's fine.
Mate, adults very rarely have a 9 hour kip. That's really good going.
Yeah, woke up at 11 o'clock.
I've found now I only need 6.5, 7
I
hours.
don't think we need that much sleep. Depends on what time. Is there a theory that if you go to bed before 12, those hours are worth double?
No. Oh,
Honestly,
what's happening,
I can't believe
mate?
I've eaten a nut before.
take some more water.
Honestly, what an idiot.
Have you got? Can you see the clock? Can you see the clock from where you are? What does it say? To me, it says amateur hour. We've got lots coming up in today's show. A bit later on, Farrell Williams will be with us in the studio. Have you spoke to Farrell? You spent much time with Farrell
I
Williams?
haven't. I've seen Farrah many games up at the gantry when I do Chelsea TV. But
Proper legend. So she'll be coming into the studio. We've got Ready, Steady, Quick, and Best of talkSPORT. We'll talk about the fact West Ham have banned half and half scarves for the game against Spurs.
Yeah.
They've banned them for security reasons.
So you ban them in the ground. You can't ban them from being sold outside.
No.
You can't get them in.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, I've heard the reason why they're banning it, but it makes no sense whatsoever.
No, I don't know whether that's a battle you want to fight, is it? I mean, there's so many things that clubs have got to do to get on with fans. The vast majority, I'm guessing, are West Ham fans, fat football fans. They're not something. It's the culture of football fans now. The half and half scarf really is.
Tourists.
Yeah, it's
to mark the occasion. You're going to go to a football match once. That's the game you go to.
If there's a final, right? If you're playing FA Cup, for example, Crystal Palace beat Man City, right?
Yeah.
The half and half scarf. In 100 years' time, that scarf will have a meaning to Crystal Palace fans.
I don't think that scarf will be about in 100 years. Probably disintegrate in the next 24 hours, won't it? I don't think they put a lot of effort into half and half scarves. Do they?
Okay, let's say 20 years.
Okay.
Pass it down.
It will have meaning, yeah.
I was at this final, son. There you go. You wear it. It's yours now.
That's all I get, is it, Dad?
That's it. There you go. It's got the date on it. I think if you can mark a special occasion, I think it works.
Okay.
Any other normal game in the Premier League?
Point. Okay. You've got a great question to ask. Don't ask it now about half and half scarves. About the fella that buys them all. Yeah. All right, but we'll do that a bit later on, but you can have your view on that. So, a real busy show.
Mate, I'm so sorry. Honestly, this is terrible for me.
It is terrible. You're better than that. That's the problem, aren't you? What do you mean, no, he's not? We're going to start with the Premier League returning. It's back this weekend. Chelsea, Jason's team, they go away to Brentford. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT tomorrow night. But are Enzo Maresca's side in the title race?
It's headed towards João Pedro! And he glances the ball past a stranded goalkeeper who was absolutely nowhere.
It's a good performance, but it's a long way to go.
I think we always go for it. I think any big club at the start of the season has to have that as a mindset.
Chelsea working in and Neto scores. And it's 2-1 Chelsea. Here's Visser, strikes off the first challenge. Visser in and Visser scores.
I love Johan Wissa, but I'm sorry. Just on one season, you do not have the right to try and force your way out.
2 attackers in for Newcastle. Johan Wissa, the latest.
I think we've got a really good group, full of good people.
That's a team. That's not a team of individuals and who are going to turn up every now and again. That's a team that's going to turn up regularly and get enough points.
Yes, hurrah, the international break is over and the Premier League returns with a busy old weekend across the talkSPORT network. Chelsea go away to Brentford. It's a game you can hear live and exclusive right here on talkSPORT tomorrow at 8 p.m. Enzo Maresca's side, they're unbeaten so far this season with 2 wins from their 3 league games. And last time out they were 2-0 winners at home to Fulham. Maresca has been speaking to the media ahead of tomorrow's game and he was asked whether he's made an effort to tighten up Chelsea's defence this season.
I always said the same to the players since the day one. We attack good, we create chances, we can be dangerous if we build in the right way with defenders. And we defend well if we press well with the attacking player. So it's not about how we defend, how we attack. For me, it's about all the team. You can create chances, building in the right way with Levi, with Tosin, with Trev, with Wes, with the ones that they build our style. And we can defend better if previously Nicolas or Liam now or Joao now or Cole or Pedro, this guy, they press in the right way. So it's about all the team. We are happy in the way we are defending. We are happy in the way we are attacking, knowing that we said before, it's always try to evolve or to always try to improve.
Before we talk about Chelsea's season so far, what's your view on Enzo Maresca? There were moments towards the beginning of last season, there were question marks. Mm-hmm. They've all gone away because, of course, you're successful in the World Cup.
Club World Cup. Yep.
Club
champions,
World Cup.
World champions.
World champions. You won, of course, the conference.
We had to win that. He was on a hiding.
I know, but he still won. He had to win.
Yeah, but he had to win it. He can't take.
But there were question marks when he got the job, and towards the beginning of last season as to whether or not he was up for it, whether or not he was up for the task, big task at Chelsea, turning back into what they were not too long ago. In your mind, is he good enough to be the Chelsea manager?
Well, he silenced a few, and I think the jury's always out because it was his first major managerial role. I know he had previous experience back in Italy, but this was the first time in the spotlight. He actually started very well, and we went through a period. We got beaten. We drew away at Everton, and then on Boxing Day we got beat by Fulham 2-1 at home. We after being 1-0 up, and our season really kind of from that moment on spiralled downwards, and we couldn't string results together, performances. Yet towards the end of the season, things started to gain some momentum. There was a consistency about us. We weren't conceding as many goals. We were playing on the front foot. And the season turned around, ironically, at Fulham, at Craven Cottage, when Pedro Neto scored the winner. Tariq George got an equaliser really late on. And that season changed from there. And after that moment, we have been on a trajectory. We've gone up, we've improved performances, results. We finished 4th, right? Everyone's talking about Eddie Howe, brilliant manager, right? Obviously. Unai Emery, Villa, brilliant manager.
I know, but you're talking about 2 other teams that don't have the squad depth that you've got and the money that's been spent on that squad as well.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is he still did what he had to do. We weren't going to finish above Man City. We weren't going to finish above Arsenal. We weren't going to finish above Liverpool, in my opinion, right? I think this season we'll probably still right up against those 3. But he'd done as best as he could. He won the Club World Cup. No one fancies, including me. We've not actually started that well. I don't think we played well. The results are better than the performances. There's been a little bit of good fortune with VAR. I think we all can. Certainly, I can see that goal against Fulham should have stood. But the truth is, we haven't played well on 7 points in second position. I haven't seen anyone yet. What I'm worried about, Liverpool haven't played well. They're on 9 points. That's more concerning than Liverpool because they've got the pedigree.
Yeah, Man City aren't playing well, and they're not winning games. They've lost, so it's a big game for them this weekend. We'll talk about that later. So you've sort of alluded to where I was going to go next about the title race, because the last couple of seasons, the question's been, are Chelsea in it? And it's like, no, it's too soon. I'm going to ask you that question now. I mean, the answer can't be the same, right? It's too soon. Surely there's a moment where you are in it. Yeah,
I don't think that we are capable. I've not seen, there's not enough evidence yet to suggest that we are that team that can beat Liverpool, that can overtake Arsenal and overtake City. However...
Can I ask, are you third on that list?
I think
if Liverpool don't win it and Arsenal don't win it, is it you next or is it Man
think
City?
We can finish second or third this season.
You do?
I genuinely feel we're capable.
Who do you think's winning it, Liverpool?
I think you have to go Liverpool. I've said Arsenal at the beginning of the season, but after what, Liverpool just, they haven't played well. They honestly have.
And Isak's joined now.
They could be sitting on 3 points, Liverpool, but they're not. They're sat on 9.
And that's usually the sign, right?
Right, and they ain't played brilliant.
So what are you short of?
I think we still need areas that need to be rectified. The goalkeeping area is obviously one that the club were looking to strengthen. It never happened. Mike Mannion at AC, it never happened. There's a reason why we were going to go and spend that money. Might go back for him in January. I still don't think this squad is mature enough. We're not that team yet that I think we can take go 1-0 down, 2-0 down, and come back and fight. Right? I don't know whether we're that team yet. However, I don't think that we can go through this season up until the new year without being in amongst it. We have to be amongst it. We have to be one of those pretending that we can win the title.
Yeah, I agree. Because at the moment, Chelsea are more of a cup team, right?
Well, we've shown that, right? We're in the Club World Cup. We're capable of winning the Champions League. I'll absolutely...
This season?
100%.
Yeah, you've got more chance of winning the Champions League.
I think we've got more chance of winning the Champions League than we do the Premier League. I agree, yeah.
We'll take calls from Chelsea fans or football fans. Are Chelsea in the title race? Jason thinks if it's not Liverpool or Arsenal, it's Chelsea next.
I think we're in the fight between Arsenal, City. We're in there. I don't know whether we can.
Maybe a season too early. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe 2.
We'll take calls on all the above. 03717 223 Real busy show. So if you want to have your Sound National Radio, don't hang around. We're only doing this for about 8 or 9 more minutes and then we move on. So 03717 223 Chelsea fans, are you in it to win it?
defensive there.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Coming good. Coming bad. Go on, George. Come on, George. Here we go. Go on, Friday.
Come on, everyone. Call me anything you want to, baby. Friday. Yes, Friday. Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, the Wham fan, Jason Cundy. Still to come, we'll be asking if West Ham are right to ban half-and-half Scarves against Spurs tomorrow. Just quickly, Chelsea striker Liam Delap will be out until December with a hamstring injury. We wish him well for that. Jack Grealish has been named as the Premier League Player of the Month for August. Did you prefer George Michael on his own or Wham? If you could bring back one.
You can't ask that.
Well, I'm asking you.
So Wham was my go-to as a kid.
If you could bring back one. You bring him one?
If you bring back Wham, you bring back George. So
no, but you only bring back George with Andrew.
Wham, we do Wham, mate.
You want what?
No, but George was just...
Did you go to the final?
Do you know, I didn't,
Concert.
mate. I didn't.
Did you go, why not?
No, I was too young.
Chelsea playing. Chelsea at home Fulham that day.
I missed it. I wasn't...
How old were you? You couldn't be that young.
No, I was. I was about, I think when they split, 86? Something like that.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
I was 16.
Do you remember that show we did where we were building up to Andrew Ridgely coming on?
Terrible person, mate. Terrible person.
It was just a soundbite of Andrew Ridgely. Well, we've got him now. Andrew, good afternoon. No, we haven't. We are actually taking your calls on all things Chelsea. Are they in the title race? 03717 223344. Georgie's first up. Hi, George.
All right, George.
You all right, guys? Great show as always.
Up Chelsea.
Thanks, man. You all right? You well?
Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Up Chelsea.
Right, going on what you're saying, I agree totally what Jason's saying there, but there's a few things. I agree with the goalkeeper. We've got to strengthen there. Champions League, Jason, that's hard. That is a hard. Like, I believe we can go deep into it.
He didn't say you're going to win it. He said you've got more chance of winning it than the Prem.
Like, going on with what we've got at the moment, you know, when you say, let me go back, like, because I was thinking when you were talking. So you say that there's not the maturity in our squad. I don't believe that. I think we have got the maturity in our squad. I think players like Cucurella, Enzo, Tosin, like, you know, we've got it there. Even Caicedo. I know Caicedo's young, but the maturity that he brings onto that pitch, he's a great player, great leader.
George, can I ask you a question?
Cucurella,
George,
yeah?
are you on a seesaw?
No, that's my clutch in my car.
You need to put some WD-40 on that quickly.
I'll get some on that. But, like, going on tomorrow, like, for me, Brentford tomorrow, like, when was the last time we won that? I think Ben Chilwell scored. It was 1-0.
Yes, it was.
You know,
You're
that
right.
was like 3 or 4 years ago. Tomorrow, I know it's only Brentford, but that's the kind of games, Jason, we need to win. If we win that tomorrow, that's a massive scalp. For me, I would look at that and go, do you know what? It's kind of better than beating Liverpool right now, you know?
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, no, but you know with Liverpool it's going to be the bore fest. It's going to be like what they always say, you know? It'll be a 0-0, 1-1, whatever. But tomorrow we've got to go Brentford. We've got to turn up. But we've got so many players that go out on international duty. You know, we've got Delap out. You know, look what happened to João Pedro playing for Brazil. I've seen him throwing up on the pitch and that. Enzo Fernandez, it's just, you know, look how many games, right? Look at this. How many games has Cucurella played in the past 18 months?
No, you're right. You're right. For club and country, you're absolutely right. Look, when you say we have leaders, right, and these leaders are emerging, right? There's no doubt about it. There are leaders in this team. When Azpilicueta left, when Thiago Silva left, when Kovacic left, right? Those players experience huge number of caps, huge number of games. We really did lack that experience. And even though these players are maturing, and I've watched it happen, I've watched Tosin step up, actually. He's been, we've now got Chalobah, who's also stepping up as a leader. We've got these. When I'm saying we're still not that team yet, I don't think there's anyone in that team that is of the level of someone like Azpilicueta. That captain, that leader, when things go wrong, when things start to collapse, when there's a bad moment sending off, we can see the sloppy goal. I'm still waiting to see it. I'm not saying we can't, I'm still waiting to see it.
George, thanks for that. Let's go to Harry, who's also a Chelsea fan. Hi, H.
Hi, H.
You all right, lads? How are we?
Well, good, man. You all right today?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good today.
Good.
I personally think that we're in it this year. I think I'm a bit greedy. I've grown up. I'm 22, so I've grown up and I've only really seen 2 or 3 bad years of Chelsea. The thing that did my head in last year was that he said we weren't in the title race. We're Chelsea, man. We're in the title race every year.
Well, you're not. You're not. You're not in it just because you're called Chelsea.
We are, though.
Well, you weren't in it last year.
We could have. Well, we were.
No, you weren't.
We had the downfall when it hit December.
Well, you weren't in it then.
Like Andy said early. But we were in it, and he was saying we weren't. We were almost top of the league. Like what?
You weren't in the top. You weren't in the title race last year.
We were in the beginning.
All right, let's ask Jason.
No, the problem that we had, people put us in there, and I don't believe. And I said it at the time, and I got people coming. Oh, when are you going to say? I'm being honest. I've seen Chelsea. I know what a Chelsea side looks like to win the Premier League, right? I've seen Chelsea. I've seen a Czech. I've seen Frank Lampard. I've seen John Terry. I've seen Didier. I've seen Ashley, right? I've seen those players win. I know what a team looks like to go on a run where you are there every week. And we didn't have that. And I saw us. And I saw through that beginning. And at Christmas, the drop-off was quite alarming, actually.
Yeah.
Our form was
You weren't
terrible.
in the title race, were you, last season?
No, I said that. No, people trying to put... The only thing, if we'd beaten Everton before Liverpool played, we'd have played one more game than gone top. We never went top and we never recovered.
Yeah. Good calls keep coming in. Still to come, we'll take a look at this weekend's EFL action in Bentley's EFL Corner with Jason Cundy. First, it's time for No Googling Part 2. As we've been talking about Chelsea, Cole Palmer was their top scorer in the Premier League last season, 15 goals. We want to know who was the last player before Palmer to score at least 15 Premier League goals for Chelsea in a single season. Let me say that again. Who was the last player before Palmer to score at least 15 Premier League goals in a single Chelsea season? I'll give you a stupid clue to that when we come back on Drive on talkSPORT.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
Don't mind this one, this is alright.
Hey, sucker!
Is it sucker the first one?
Sucker!
What the hell's going on here?
Can't beat a bit of Wham, mate.
You can't. Straight up on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. The Andrew Ridgeley of the band is Jason Cundy, ironically. I am, of course, the George Michael today. Before the debate, asked the question, who's the last player before Cole Palmer to score at least 15 Premier League goals for Chelsea in a single season? Do you want me to give you a clue?
Go on.
So last name is what you would get from the butcher, right? If
Meat.
If you sliced a pig.
Yeah, bacon.
No, something else.
Chops.
No, something else. You can have it in a sandwich with mustard.
Ham.
Right, but if you just wanted a single bit of that, you would have a
slice.
No.
You would.
Yeah, I know, but what else could you call it?
A bit.
A
piece.
Say a piece.
Piece of ham.
Right, that's his surname.
Piece of ham.
No, but don't say it fast.
Piece of ham.
That's his surname. Write it down.
Piece of ham.
Yeah, and his first name is. You remember the wrestler that we grew up watching on World of Sport? Big.
Daddy.
That's his first name.
Daddy piece of ham.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Is his first name? Put Max's microphone. Have you got it, Max?
Daddy piece of ham.
No, I've not got it, I'm afraid, no.
Chelsea player.
Danny. Daddy.
Yeah.
Danny.
Daddy.
Yeah. Piece of ham. You got it?
No.
Tammy Abraham. Still to come, we'll be asking if West Ham are right to ban half and half Scarves against Spurs tomorrow. I thought it was there. But now the latest edition of the talkSPORT Daily podcast is available. Not as good as it used to be. Today's episode, Max Scott and Adrian Clark are joined by a Nottingham Forest correspondent for the Nottingham Post, Sarah Clapson, to discuss whether Ange Ball can work at the club.
I think to a degree he can be flexible, and he spoke in his club interview as well about how he doesn't like to be pigeonholed.
Yes.
But at the same time, he's saying, I like to play exciting football, and I'm not going to change that. That's what I want to do. So I think you're going to see a really attacking Nottingham Forest team, but I do think there will be a little bit of flexibility in terms of how quickly that progresses and gets to where he wants Forest to be.
And remind the latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily podcast is now available from the talkSPORT app or wherever you get your podcast from. Plus, Andrew's first game in charge away at Arsenal is live on talkSPORT at 12:30 tomorrow. In fact, we can get more on that now as we're joined by the big Forest fan and talkSPORT reporter, the brilliant Max Scott, who joins us in the studio. Scotty,
you all right?
Good.
Yeah.
How you were at you spoke to Ange yesterday, right?
Yeah, I did.
You obviously discussed it all in more detail on the podcast. Are Forest fans confident that Ange's style is going to work or can work?
I think there's a lot up in the air. The jury's out, I think, because the big question is, what are Forest going to look like under Ange Postecoglou? If they look like Spurs in his first season and Spurs in the Europa League, then maybe this is the development that the club needs in terms of, developing a slightly more attacking style of play. But if this is an Ange Postecoglou that we saw lose 22 of his 38 Premier League games, then they're a little bit worried. But I would say he came across really well. He was positive. He reminded me of when he first returned, when he first came to the Premier League, breath of fresh air. He's sort of authentic, cracking jokes with the media, but to the point. And we saw that yesterday. So I do think he's allayed some concerns.
I asked Bentley this question. He said no, but I think the answer is yes. Do you expect him to change Forest's style in his opening game?
No.
Or is it too early? You don't?
It's too early. They've only had one training session with his full squad that have come back from international duty. I don't think it can be that quick. And when you've got also, this Forest team beat his Spurs team home and away last season. He knows how good it can be. And so he's spoken about a gradual change. I think he'd be foolish to change it so dramatically, and I don't think he physically can in a couple of days.
If he doesn't change, that tells me that he's not a manager that doesn't know or want to adapt, which shows a bit of stubbornness. There was a stubbornness about him, and clearly there were issues. Defensively on set pieces, he refused to address that, and in the end it came back to haunt him. If he doesn't change, how do you think this is going to play out? Because you play a counter-attacking style of football. Actually, if you think about the way he played, he liked that style of play. Yeah. Wingers, high-paced, out those wide areas.
Spoke about that
and that's what Nuno has done.
Yeah.
So he's got something to work with, even though it might not be the way he wants to play right now. He has got something that he can identify with.
Well, he spoke yesterday about how he admired what Nuno's done at the club, and wants to sort of build on that and change gradually, like I said. Obviously, if it works out to be the domestic form that we saw with Spurs last season, it ain't going to end well. We all know that. But I think just having spoken to him, I think it's clear that he wants to use what Forest have got and not scrap it, not totally reinvent the wheel. What's that phrase? It's a revolution, not
an evolution. Yeah, I think it's Partridge said that.
Yeah.
Evolve, not.
Yeah.
Hold on, no.
Revolve, not evolve, or the other way around. Either way, Max, thanks for coming in. That
Pleasure.
podcast is out now. Is that right?
It's out now. talkSPORT Daily Pod, new and improved version.
Okay. Good. It's not as good as 21 minutes to go. The brand new podcast by Goldstein and Cundy. You're on your own with that one.
Cheers, Max.
Coming in.
Cheers,
Always a pleasure. All right, time now for this. By the way, I must say, Joe, the new episode of 21 Minutes to Go is unbelievable. Available to download
I've heard
now.
it. I've heard it's very good, mate. Well,
don't quote me on this, but most people say if you're going to download one, download that one. Anyway, yes, this is Bentley's EFL Corner with me, Andy Goldstein Jason Cundy, where we take a look ahead to a big weekend of action in the EFL across the talkSPORT network. Let's start off with talkSPORT 2's live and exclusive commentary of Ipswich against Sheffield United. Go on the Blades. That's 8 p.m. tonight. It's been a slow start to the season for both sides. Sheffield United manager Ruben Selesh has been speaking to the club's YouTube channel ahead of tonight's game and was asked whether the fans can expect to see any major changes.
Well, obviously the first thing that we did after the last game finished was to deeply analyze our performances in the first four games in terms of the games and what has been going in the direction that we want and what has not, obviously, but also in terms of statistics and clip. After that deep analyze, we went to a conclusion that we need to adjust and adapt what we do, not only to the next opponent, also for the future. If that the transformation, it is a change of formation or not, we will see it on Friday night. Well, obviously.
Good edit. Let's start with Sheffield United, yet to pick up a win in the league under Selesh. They sit rock bottom. How worrying has their start been?
Well, the fact that they finished where they did, they had a points deduction, up until around about Easter last year, they were in the box seat to get promoted automatically, and things unravelled. I think lost 3 games on the spin.
Yeah.
Credit to Ipswich and Burnley, because they stayed there consistently. Sorry, not Ipswich. Credit to Burnley and Leeds, and they stayed there consistently. In the end, they didn't quite have enough. How they got beat by Sunderland in the final, I don't quite know. For an hour, they were the better side.
Yeah.
But goals change games.
A bit more than an hour, yeah.
To change Chris Wilder and bring in Sellers, it's not only just a gear shift. He has so much more to prove, Sellers. And I can't help but think Sheffield United fans must be sitting there looking and thinking, look at what we had last year.
Why is that happening?
Look at what we've got now.
I don't understand.
I think they should be concerned. I don't think they're going to go down, but be concerned that they're not going to be anywhere near challenging for those playoff places, minimum.
Well,
absolute minimum.
Even now, you can say that.
Mate, I saw them against Bristol City first game of the season, right? Bristol City were excellent. Sheffield United were dog. They were terrible, mate. I've not seen anything yet that I can...
No, it's worrying for them.
Yeah.
Massively worrying.
Hugely worrying, because, the squad was built for Chris Wilder. Chris Wilder's a bloody... I don't care what anyone says. He's a damn good manager. He knows what he's doing.
Of course he is.
Right? And he knows that club. And for them to have relieved him of his duties the way they did at a time where they were so close, and then to go from that into Sellers and it start this way, mate, if things don't improve dramatically, he's going to be under pressure now.
It's nuts. Let's touch on Ipswich as well. Relegated last season, still looking for their first win. Mm-hmm. What's gone wrong for them so far this season?
It's adjusting, mate. I just think it's adjusting.
To what? To life in the Championship?
Yeah, I mean...
What does that actually mean?
He knows that I'm in no doubt that Ipswich will be up in and around the top half, in and around those playoff places minimum at the end of the season, right? But to come down, it was a tough season last year for them. They overachieved. Really, in the last 4 years, look where they were.
Overachieved what? Not last season. They went down.
Last season, no.
Yeah, to get two promotions back to back. Yeah,
back to back and go. They were probably there too early, if the truth be told.
Yes,
right?
I agree with that.
And now there's a little bit of a reset, and that reset is probably where we are right now. But I think McKenna will. I mean,
good chance for Ipswich to get their first win, right?
Yeah, but
you can't lose this game at home as well.
Yeah, no, Ipswich win this game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm afraid for Sheffield United fans, I think the pain continues.
Okay. Let's move on to talkSPORT 2's commentary game. Stoke against Birmingham. That's tomorrow afternoon. Stoke have 3 wins from their 4 games, whilst newly promoted Birmingham. They sit 10th with 2 wins so far. Stoke, they're flying at the start of the season, despite losing to West Brom before the international break. Birmingham, they're expected to be challenging for top 6 this season. I mean, on paper, it looks like it should be quite a fascinating game, right?
Yeah, Stoke have come out the traps. Birmingham, one of those sides, spent a huge amount of money over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Have you seen the documentary about them?
Birmingham? No, I've not.
You should see it.
No, is it worth watching?
I knew nothing about Tom Brady beforehand.
Right, okay.
He's a fascinating character.
Well, he's a winner. I mean,
oh my God, that is so evident so early on.
He's a winner, and he doesn't accept
the motivational speaks. Just him walking into the room, I can see would make everyone sit up and want to better themselves.
Yeah, he's inherited. By the way, Birmingham, people don't realise this. I know Birmingham have not been in and around the Premier League for quite some time, or won trophies for quite a while. I know they're a bit arse in the League Cup final a few years ago, but this is a huge football club. If you get this club up and running,
but don't you think they're all pretty much big in the Championship now? There's so many massive
big
clubs.
Teams. There are. I mean, I'm looking at the top of the table now, right?
They're all big.
Middlesbrough, West Brom, they're top first and second. Leicester City, Coventry. They are all big, mate.
By the way, Coventry. Have we talked about Coventry? We're not talking about Coventry today. No. Frank has got them.
Frankie Lampard.
I mean, he's got them flying, right?
Yeah. I mean, he took over, I think I'm right in saying, last November. I think.
They were sniffing around relegation.
Yeah, looking over their shoulders, sniffing around relegation.
That's what we used. They were, though, weren't they?
The rise of them.
Playoffs, yeah,
and they come up short in that semi-final second leg against Sunderland. They, late, the wounder of a goal that Sunderland went on to go and win that.
Wounder.
Mate, so in the playoff semi-final second leg, you can see like seconds to go.
It's a wounder.
It's a wounder, mate. I felt with Frankie does well. But Bristol City, don't count them out, by the way. Bristol City, from what I've seen of them, they've got a new manager as well. They've come in, they look half decent.
Okay. Let's finish with a big old derby on Sunday's live on talkSPORT 2. See Southampton against your former side, Portsmouth.
Yep.
Southampton have just one win from their 4 games following relegation last season. Portsmouth sit above them in the table with 2 wins so far. I know it's a cliche, but do you think form goes out the window for games like this? You've obviously played.
Always a window.
What?
It's always a window, never a door.
What could form go out of? Could go out of a door.
But okay, she's going to do that again.
Okay, do you think form could go out the door? I think that works. That does work.
I know, but no one ever uses door. It's always a window.
From now on?
From now on, only use forms goes out the door.
Okay. Windows, door. Well, everything's a window, isn't it? Transfer window, it's not a transfer door. Everything's a window, isn't it? Window of opportunity, not door of. Maybe because it's bigger, you can get more through it.
What do you mean you can get more through it? You get more through a door.
You couldn't.
What do you mean?
I could get more through a window than a door.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I reckon I could get.
You can't.
I reckon I could get an 8 through a window, but not through a door.
Okay, could you get through a window?
Yeah. How big's the window? I'm thinking of a big bay window at the front of a house. What are you thinking?
You struggle. You're going to struggle to go in the bay. Okay, what's easier? To walk through the door or climb through a window?
Yeah, okay. If you're going to get a piano into a room, you take the window out, the door out. You take the window out, aren't you? Because it's wider.
I don't know if you can get a piano through a window, mate.
Yeah, I think you can get a piano through a window.
How big's this bay window?
How big's the piano? I think that's the question.
It's a baby.
You played this game?
I haven't played in this game, no, but I pray for. I know how much they hate one another. Scummers, aren't they? That's what they call one another.
Scummers?
No, yeah.
What I call you, though?
No, I know that. I just accept that. Southampton, the home.
You and O'Hara on the sports bar.
Scummers. Both played for Pompey.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Southampton, I'm going to nick this one, matey, but...
Do you think form goes out the door?
Goes out the door.
Could go out the garage. Garage is bigger. Form goes out the garage. That's much better.
You get the piano through the garage door.
Easily.
Yeah, there you go.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying.
How do you think it's going to go, this one?
I'm going to Southampton to win this one, mate. Pompey, by the way, their back end of last season, they were looking over the show. They had a really good end to the season, Pompey. Really good end. So maybe...
Well, look at Southampton. They've got... Will Still is their manager, right?
They do have Will Still.
Yeah.
You're right. It's a good show.
What will the aim be for them this season? Because we were talking about big clubs.
Promoted.
They've got to get promoted, right?
Well, that's the aim.
Yeah. Why are you shouting at me?
Sorry.
You're shouting at me,
I
aren't you?
shout, didn't I?
No need for the shouting.
No, there's no.
I'm here. I'm sat. Not only am I sat next to you.
Their aim is to get promoted.
We've got mics as well. I can hear what you're saying. Wow, that was Bentley's here. I can't wait till Bentley's back for that one. More from me and Cundy. Shall I tell everyone what's coming up, Jay? Usually you're meant to do that going into a break.
Yeah.
When we come back at 5, we'll be talking half and half scarves.
Mm-hmm.
Should they be banned forever? Should people buy them? West Ham are banning them for their game against Spurs. And also, Jay's got an unbelievable question about half and half scarves. If you sell half and half scarves, Jay wants to ask you a question. The chances of that person phoning up...
Oh, no, they'll be listening. Listening.
If you've got a stall and you sell or manufacture half and half scarves, Jay's got an unbelievable question. 03717 223344. You'll be next live on Drive and talkSPORT.
crew of defensive back.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
I know not everybody. Join on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Jason Cundy. It's like Wham Day today, isn't it?
Well, George Day.
George Day still to come. We'll be looking ahead to the weekend's action in Ready, Steady, Cook. Just quickly, Nottingham Forest defender Ola Aina has been ruled out for 3 months with a hamstring injury. We wish him well with that. There's just 1 week to go. How about this, my friends? Just 1 week to go until we are calling 2 winners to go head-to-head on air. They're both scored tickets to see Oasis at Wembley for their gig on the 27th of September this year. But only one will walk away with £25,000 in cash.
Wow.
And it all goes down. It's all happening Friday, the 19th of September.
Is it on Drive? When is it?
I can't disclose that kind of information.
Okay, sorry.
All I would say is keep your phone off mute because you could be getting a call. But first, don't look back in anger. Doesn't mean anything. Here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
You can. You can. I mean, it's all part of their master plan. You've been to see them, haven't you?
I have. Sensational stuff.
Where'd you go? Wembley?
Wembley, 3rd of August it was.
You like it?
Sensational. I'm trying to get some more tickets. He messaged me the other day and he said, yeah.
You got no chance.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What did he say?
You can have tickets.
Did he say that?
He did.
Okay, well, I'll grab them then. Why are you going again? Greedy. I mean, fans can't see him, but you're going again.
I don't know. I've not got tickets again yet.
Oh, I can't go and see him. Don't worry. Cundy's been twice. Right, time now. I'm going to go 3. Time now for this.
It's time to introduce the most wise, wonderful, insightful character in the land of betting. The man, creature himself, Paddy's Wise Wolf on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, it's time now to welcome back Paddy's Wise Wolf. Paddy's Wise Wolf, hello.
Hello, happy
Wolfie.
Friday.
How are you, Wolfie?
Good.
Good. You're going to talk us through the best bet builder that we should be looking at this weekend. Please remind everyone how the bet builder works and the charity that may benefit.
Yeah, so the bet builder is, think of it like a traditional accumulator for events within a match. You can bet on anything that's happening in the match, whether that's corners, cards, shots, fouls, goals, you name it. And all the money that was raised, if we're lucky enough to get a winner, will go to the Attitude Foundation, raising money for LGBT causes across the country.
Good stuff. If people are watching on YouTube, they'll be enjoying this. Right, the game we are looking at is tomorrow afternoon in the Premier League at St James's Park. Newcastle play Wolves. It's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. I've gone for Newcastle to win the game.
Yeah, it's a good-looking pick. The last time Newcastle lost to a team that finished in the bottom 6 was all the way back in December 2023 against Nottingham Forest, and look where they went after that, so not even a bad loss.
Okay, next up is Jason. What are you gone for, fun boy?
I've gone for over 2.5 goals, Wolfie.
Yeah, in Newcastle's last 5 wins, they've won 2-0, then 3-0, 5-0, 4-1, and 3-0. When Newcastle does win, they get firing.
Next up is producer Joe, who's become a dad again yesterday. Congratulations to him. He's gone for Harvey Barnes to score or assist any time.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe, first and foremost. Second of all, this is the part where I have to now complain about his pick. Barnes not been in particularly great form so far this season. I think that a better pick for today would be Elanga to get a goal or assist instead. It doesn't change the price all that much. And now that they've got an actual striker there in Nick Voltemeda, they should actually be looking a little bit better for getting Elanga involved.
Okay.
He did also get a return during the international break as well, and he's had his minutes managed, so he should also be a bit fresher.
Okay, what do you make? Excuse me. What do you make of those selections?
Wolfie?
Wolf?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, well,
Too busy howling, aren't you? Howling up the wrong tree.
I've already had my thoughts on the Barnes goal and assist. I was looking for Elanga instead. The over 2.5 and the Newcastle to win, I quite like those.
Okay, good. So we've got a couple left. Well, what are the people going for?
So the people this week are going for the hype of Nick Voltemeda. They're going for 2 shots on target this week. They're really enjoying the hype of the £69 million transfer this season. He's done a bit of a reverse Joe Linton. He's gone from playing behind the striker to playing as a number 9 outright for the first time last season. And he did average 0.9 shots per game for Stuttgart, but Wolves, their defence has already given up 4 per game this season. It's they've not been great at the back.
Okay, and we got one left.
Wolvermator, maybe.
Pardon?
Wolvermater.
Oh, good, very good. Very
just trying to have a bit of Wolfie stuff.
No, I see what you've done there, yeah. We've got one last selection. Is that yours?
Yes, I'm going for Newcastle's goalkeeper, so Nick Pope, to make 2+ saves. For all of Wolves' failings this season, it's mostly been on the defensive side. They still managed to get 3 shots on target out of Man City and 2 against a really good Everton defence. I'm really trying to not laugh at all these pictures of Wolves going across the screen right now. Newcastle's defence, it is well organised, but it's more likely to shepherd in some relatively easy saves for Pope.
Okay, beautiful. Can you just confirm the Betwood Insurance, the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time, please?
Yeah, so we're looking at Newcastle to win, over 2.5. Voltemeda, 2+ shots on target. Barnes goal or assist, or you can get a similar price on Elanga goal or assist. And then Nick Pope to make 2 or more saves. Altogether, it's just over 7-1. £10 pays £81.15 if we're lucky enough to get a winner for the Attitude Foundation.
Wolfman, always a pleasure. Have a good weekend.
Cheers, Wolfie.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Or Wolf End. Maybe a good Wolf End.
Wolf End. What's the meaning of Wolf End? What's that? What's a Wolf End?
Well, it's like weekend, but I've changed the... It doesn't matter. That's Paddy Power's Wise Wolf Bet Builder for today. Minimum 125 per leg, 80+. BeGamblerWare.org.
Paddy's Wise Wolf on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
When we come back, we're talking about half and half scarves. West Ham have banned them for their game against Spurs. We'll reveal the reason for that. What do you make of them? Are you a fan of them, or are they only for tourists? And also, Jay, have we got anyone that makes them? Has anyone phoned up that claims they make them?
Make or sell?
Not yet. We need someone that sells or makes half and half scarves. Jay's got an unbelievable question. I don't know the answer to it.
No.
It's rare that I said it because I sort of know everything. 03717223344 half and half chat when we come back next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Arne Slot admits Liverpool were very close to signing Mark Gahey and that it would have been nice to add him to his squad.
We would have liked to sign him, of course, because we were in for him, and he was, like I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do.
On that topic, Oliver Glasner wants to clear up a couple of things about why Steve Parish pulled the plug on the deal.
I never threatened to leave the club, never. The chairman asked me, Oliver, do you think we can manage the season when we sell Mark? And I said, Steve, honestly, I think we can't manage it.
Liverpool didn't get Gahey, but they did get Alexander Isak. He won't start against Burnley, but his replacement at Newcastle, the 2-metre Messi Nick Voltemade, could. Eddie Howe's been impressed with him so far.
He's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm. He's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place, showed his qualities. So, yeah, really pleased with how he settled in.
Elsewhere, ahead of the Manchester derby at the Etihad on Sunday, Fergie's former right-hand man René Mullenstein has implored Amorim to play a 4-3-3 with genuine wingers.
I think if you would have said, listen, I love to play 3-4-3, however, I need to have a good look at, obviously, the players, the squad that have got the league, and I might have to tweak it here and there. That would have given me far more flexibility.
There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome back to our number 2 driver talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, the fun boy Jason Cundy's here.
Nope. I think I just saw myself.
Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by the former England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit Farrell Williams. But now, the Premier League is back this weekend, and of course, the talkSPORT network have got you covered.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
And is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager.
In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in. It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed.
Domestic football back.
Oh, we love the return of the Premier League, and it's back this weekend following the international break. And talkSPORT, of course, as always, is the place to be. At 12:30 tomorrow, we bring you exclusive commentary of Ange Postecoglou's first game in charge of Forest. They're away to Arsenal. Then at 3 o'clock, Adrian Durham takes you around the grounds with all the goals as they go in up and down the country. And a Brucey bonus, we've got commentary for you at 8 p.m. as Brentford host Chelsea. Again, that one is live and exclusive right here on talkSPORT. Just download the talkSPORT app, hit the live games tab so you won't miss a thing. It's nice when you say football's back.
Oh,
I do hate the international break.
Do you know what? It's part and parcel of our football calendar, unfortunately. You can't do anything about it. But when you get round, like today now it's gone.
It's gone.
England's gone. Yeah. Now we got. Can't wait, mate.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. I love it. Now, West Ham, this is interesting. West Ham have banned half and half scarves for Tottenham's game tomorrow. In one of a number of measures the club have taken for, and I quote, the safety of all supporters to prevent any fans of the club, of the away club, from gaining access to home sections of the stadium. I mean, that makes no sense to me. Security staff will confiscate the half and half scarves or any other item featuring the colours or badges of both clubs before fans enter the London Stadium. Let me just explain or read out the reason why they've done it. It is for, and I'm quoting here, for the safety of all supporters and to prevent any fans of the away club from gaining access to home sections of the stadium. Now, I don't know if I'm old school, but I always assumed to get into any part of the ground, you need a ticket. Not a half and half scarf.
Half and half. That's
and also, right, again, I don't want to sort of like home in on one particular sort of person that goes to football matches, but I would say out of all the people that are causing problems, let's call them hooligans.
Oh, good on there. Use that word.
Yeah.
Thugs.
I would say they're probably the last people that actually buy half and half scarves.
I don't know what the evidence is, if there is any, that suggests that half and half scarves even cause trouble.
But the scarves don't.
The scarves don't. Well, you can tie it around someone's neck and pull it.
You could. That would
I don't think the supporters wearing or buying those scarves have anything to do with crowd trouble. That's my guess. I don't know what evidence there is out there. Maybe West Ham evidence. Look, it's always a fiery counter. West Ham, Spurs, West Ham, right? There's a lot of rivalry and these atmospheres. It'll be brilliant.
But sorry.
I don't know. Go on.
I was going to say, no hardened West Ham or no hardened Spurs fan will ever have the other club wrapped round their neck.
No, they won't.
It just won't happen.
No. But
it's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
If there was a demographic of any fan that goes and buys these, I would suggest young kids.
Yes,
might be their first game.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna soften to that one. I'm going to allow that one to ride.
What? That's okay.
I think when you first go
up to what age? 12. Teenager, too old.
What? Okay. What about if you're 23? It's your first game.
No, mate. No grown up should ever wear half and half scarf.
No, I'm trying to.
Unless you're a tourist, and if you've flown all the way.
What if right? You're a West Ham fan.
Yeah.
And your dad decided when you were 3 to move to Australia. Nothing to do about it. You support West Ham. First game ever. West Ham Spurs. Tomorrow he's coming over.
Where do I live?
You live in Adelaide in Australia.
I live there with my dad.
But you're flying back. First game ever at the new stadium, right?
Okay, I'm going with him.
You're going with him, right? First game.
How old's he?
Again?
How old's my dad?
Your dad's
75.
No, he's younger.
70?
No, he's a bit younger still.
60? No, he seems like he needs to be older than 60 with my age.
23.
Who's
23? Then.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No.
Right, I'm 23, so he's like 65.
No, he's younger.
60.
Bit younger.
57.
Younger.
55.
Bit younger.
53.
Yeah.
Okay, he's 53.
53.
Right, and he's taking his 25-year-old son.
Yeah, and he wants to go for the first game. I'm gonna. I think there is wiggle room here, Steve. You're not having it. You're not having wiggle room at all.
Just don't think grown-ups should buy half and half.
No, I'm not.
What are you buying it for?
Because, as a memento. I think that's allowed. For example, Man United play. Let's say we're not going to be in the Champions League for a while, are you? So let me change that round. Liverpool play Man United.
I can't even argue with that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It's a huge game. Champions League final, FA Cup final. I think you can keep these as a memento, as something you look back on, because they've always got the date written on.
Programme.
You can have that as well. Yeah, both.
Why are you buying a scarf as a memento?
And I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm going to let this one ride. I'm not.
Okay.
Right. I think that's fair, isn't it?
If it's a Champions League final like Real Madrid, Chelsea, I get.
Right. Okay.
If it was Champions League final, Chelsea v Liverpool.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Champions League final. Loads of people want to have the sound of this. I want to get to your question.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal your thunder. It's your question.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable question, and this is why we need someone either that sells them or makes them to answer it. What's your question?
So I see a lot of these at Stamford Bridge, half and half score, every single game. They've got them for every game, and I often walk past there, and at the end of them, they're selling them cheaper. They're selling them like for £5, right? Try
at the end of the game.
So everyone's coming out the stadium. Yeah. They haven't got rid of their stock.
What do they say when they sell them?
£5, prices dropped. £5, get your scarf, half and half scarves. And they stand there with their arms like in a
oh, they're hugging a tree.
Like they're hugging a tree, but the scarf's all wrapped around. Half and half, get them cheaper, £5, right?
How much are they usually?
I'm guessing tenner.
Okay. How would that sound?
Well, half price, half and half scarf, half price. Tenner. Get your scarves off and off. So at the end of it, right? So there might be a game, for example, right? If Chelsea play Burnley late the season, everyone's doing half and half scarf.
No way, not for that.
I think they do. I think they do them every game. I think they do them for every game.
Okay.
As I leave the stadium sometimes, this poor fella's he's got an armful of scarves here, and his arms are weighted down by. I'm like, I wonder what he does with them afterwards, because the dates.
That's the question.
The dates on them, right? And the wool's all been dyed, whatever it's made of. What do you do with them?
I don't know.
You can't give them away now.
No, and they will only, because they've got the date, they'll only ever be used for that game.
100%, right? So what happens to them?
So let's just say he buys 100.
Right.
He probably sells, let's say it has a good day, and he sells 50% of them.
So everyone's always sold for 100. He's selling 50%?
Yeah.
10, 20?
Okay, so he's got 20 left, right? What does he do with those?
No idea. That's the point.
You take them home, you bin them? Does he re-dye them?
You can't send them back. Whoever makes them's gone.
I don't know. So that's why we need someone to answer. Great question.
Can you send them back for the materials and get them
dined?
Get them re-dyed or re-changed?
Yeah, re-changed. I don't think you need the word re before changed.
It's a double negative, isn't it? No, re-changed.
Just changed.
Just changed. I don't need
that. Would have, yeah. 03717222344. You think they're okay? The only time I think a half and half is okay if you're a kid, if you're 10 or under.
Are you not going to allow?
Look, I've taken my kids to football.
Right.
The first game they ever went to at Old Trafford. Remember Ronaldo scored the hat trick for Man United against Spurs.
Right.
Remember that? It was about 4 seasons ago. First game we ever went to, 4 of us went. Right. Mm-hmm. I ain't buying half and half scarf. There's enough things for me to buy my kids for it not to be a half and half scarf.
Fine, you didn't buy it, but if there was a family that went and that was their first game, they've got something they can put on the wall.
Yeah, my kids have got that.
What they got? What they got?
They've got a programme. They've got a shirt. I bought everything that day.
Fine, you've got all of that, but if someone buys an half and half scarf, I don't think you can criticise them for that one. But for example, Crystal Palace fans, the first FA Cup final they've ever won, right? First major trophy.
Yeah.
If they're buying a half and half scarf at Wembley when they beat Man City, I'm not going to criticise any Palace fan. City fans, you go, not sure you need that. You've just won the treble a couple of years ago.
You don't need that.
Right? Palace fans, 100% buying half and half scarf. Don't have a problem.
So we'll take calls on it, 03717222344. But I'm desperate to speak to someone that either sells them or makes them to find out the answer to the question.
Yep.
After the game's finished, what do you do with them? Anthony's a Burnley fan. Hi, Ant.
All right, Ant.
You all right?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What have you phoned up to say, Ant?
Right. Dead against them. However, a little bit hypocritical. I did buy one at Pittodrie because Burnley qualified for Europe under Sean Dyche. I think it was 2017. And it was a memento. I bought it.
What was the other half?
Oh, it's Burnley and Aberdeen.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that bit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So, bought it outside Pittodrie, went straight in my missus' handbag, and it's a memento for the game, but I am dead against them. I went to Old Trafford 2 weeks ago to watch Burnley, and I saw countless United fans, supposed United fans, who had spent an absolute fortune in the club shop, wearing the new kit and everything, with half and half scarves on.
I don't think you did. I'm just saying that to embarrass Man United fans.
No, I believe him. No, he doesn't sound like a liar. You call him a liar?
Yeah.
It was in the Manchester suite in the Alex Ferguson stand, and I had to take a customer, and there was hundreds of United fans.
You got pictures?
Wearing half and half scarves.
You got pictures?
I believe him.
I didn't need pictures. It's ingrained in my memory.
I believe you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't stand up in the court of law, would it? Your memory.
Honestly, I expect it from a club like United.
I don't think hundreds and hundreds. I'm sorry, I don't.
Thousands. I think you said thousands. No,
there ain't no way one Man United fan's bought a Man United Burnley scarf. Unless he wants to wash his car with it.
What if they come over from, I don't know, they might have come over from, they might be the first...
Go on, from where?
Okay, Australia again.
Right. You love Australia.
I don't know.
You?
Well, you've asked me because I'm trying to think of the furthest place. So they might not
Fiji.
come back. Right, come from Fiji.
Right,
come over from Fiji.
Yeah.
Right. They come over to Old Trafford. First game, get tickets. Burnley. Get one with a scarf. Give me half and half, and they'll take that back to Fiji. He might own a bar in Fiji, and he'll put that.
What's it called?
It's called. I don't know. The Fiji bar. Right. Right, and he puts this up in his bar, and he was like, "See this? It's got the dates on the wall. I was at that game."
Oh, have you not got the programme, mate?
No, but you can't put a programme on the wall.
Have you not got a shirt, mate?
Can't put with the shirt.
Right,
got the date.
I'm done with the Fiji bar. I'm out of here.
What do you mean? It's Sappy House.
Oh, is it Emma? Either one. Let's take calls. Has anyone yet phoned that either owns a store? Oh, they have. We've got someone to answer your question.
Can't wait to find out
what do you do with the scarves once the game is over? That caller will be next, along with lots of you and your views on half and half right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive back.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Come on, George, get to it.
Everyone loves a bit of George, don't they?
I will not.
Doesn't everyone love a bit of George?
Yeah.
Can't dislike George.
He's not written a bad song, has he?
No, but even Wham days, mate.
Didn't he write Careless Whisper on the top of a bus?
Yeah, when he was 17.
How'd he get to the top of it? Oh, he was sitting on the top of it.
Him and Andrew Ridgely wrote it. People don't know this. Andrew Ridgely co-wrote it.
What, so they're both on the bus together?
They're both on the bus together.
I don't believe that.
It's true. I've read his book.
Oh, no, so they're both on a bus?
Both on the bus.
Right, and how old are they?
17.
And rather than just enjoy the bus ride and muck about and throw stuff out the window, they decided both to sit next to each other and write a song.
Andrew Ridgely co-wrote Careless Whisper.
Go on, what you got? Well, should have known better than to... Oh, yeah, go on, what?
Guilty Feet got no what rhythm.
I don't believe that story.
It's true.
No, I don't believe that.
It's true, mate.
Two young kids don't sit on a bus and
I'm telling you now, they do when you're going to be a pop stars. That's what they did back then.
I'm not so sure. Have you got any Wham memorabilia?
I haven't, but I've got a George Michael signature on a £10 note that I won off of him while playing.
No, I think that's the Queen.
But I won a £10 note of 20. Might be 20.
This is so nonsense. This story, playing pool.
I beat George Michael.
Do you know what? I've heard this story a few times from you. I'm now beginning to think you spent the night with a lookalike.
100% it was George, mate. Because the party I was at was the sort of party George was going to be at.
What sort of party is that?
It was
end of year players, Chelsea.
No.
Go on.
It was a party of a guy called Jake. He used to own Brown's nightclub.
Yeah.
And George is godfather to his son Christian.
All right.
And then when I went in there, I said, Jake, is that George Michael? And he went, yeah. I said, George, you've got to introduce me to George. Went over and met George. Spent like a couple of hours.
You got a picture?
There was no phones back then. This was back in 19...
Cameras then?
No, I didn't have cameras, mate, no.
Didn't have cameras back then?
Tell you was in there, right? The whole cast of EastEnders, loads of page 3 girls.
Gaffney there?
This is before Wellard.
What?
Before Wellard.
Oh, the dog. Okay. Maybe O'Hara was in there with Dean Gaffney and Katie Price.
He was in Nappies at that time.
Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by former Everton and Arsenal midfielder and TNT sports pundit Farrell Williams. But we are taking your calls on all... Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, that's my fault. I was trying to get to the calls, Joe. Sorry. Just quickly, Chelsea striker Liam Delap has been ruled out until December with a hammy. Former Man United striker Anthony Martial is set to have a medical before completing a move to Mexican side Monterrey, I think that is.
Monterrey.
Is that Monterrey?
I think so.
Monterrey, not Monterrey. Right, pin back your luggles because tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. sees the start of a brand new weekend breakfast show here on talkSPORT. The wonderful, the brilliant Shabana Ahern is your new host every Saturday and Sunday morning. Tomorrow she has former Liverpool striker Dean Saunders alongside her. Shabana has been speaking exclusively to former Stoke midfielder Roy Delap. An interview you can hear in full tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And he discussed how his son Liam has been dealing with his recent injury at Chelsea.
He's gutted, obviously, with the injury and especially, at the start of his career there. So, but it's part and parcel of the game. He's got a strong head in him, so he's focused on the recovery now. But the toughest thing for us is trying to keep him amused because he gets bored very easily. So we're trying. He's learning magic tricks and doing maths things that I can't get my head around and stuff. But yeah, just trying to keep his day full once he's not away. Once he's not at the club and finished his rehab.
A reminder, you can hear that interview in full on the brand new weekend breakfast show tomorrow morning from 6 a.m. with Shabana Ahern and Dean Saunders. We wish Shabana all the best.
Yes,
She's one of the best. So make sure you tune in tomorrow from 6 a.m. Right, we'll take your calls. We're talking about half and half scarves. Now, one of the questions Jay asked earlier on, what happens to all the scarves unused at the end of a game?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I've no idea.
Sometimes it feels like tons of them.
My guess is they throw them. That's my guess. Let's find out because we can speak to someone that either makes them or sells them. We don't know, but he is connected to the process. Rich is a Chelsea fan. Hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, buddy. Are you okay?
You were good. Thank you so much for phoning up. So what do you do? Sell them or make them?
So I used to sell them. It was my first job after uni when I moved to Manchester.
Okay.
So there was a team of 6 of us. So if we're talking about strictly half and half scarves, the half and halves back then, I'm 38 now, so I did this job when I was 22.
Okay.
So it's quite a few years ago. The half and halves cost £2.50.
What? Hold on. Sorry, hold on. They cost £2.50 for you to buy?
£2.50 to buy from the warehouse.
Yeah.
It was a big warehouse in somewhere near Wimsey.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. How many are you buying?
So we used to get 60 per person. So we was in charge of selling 60. Now, if you go to a game like Manchester United, you will sell probably 50 of them every single week, week in, week out.
Okay.
But we had a major problem at Man City selling them, and we always sent them back. They never sold.
You sent them back?
Yeah, so they're buying. So you buy them for $2.50, and you get about £1 back. The guy buys them back off you, the ones you don't sell.
And what's
You
he
lose
do with
money
them?
on the ones you don't sell.
What's he do?
I'm guessing he uses the material and recycles them. Okay. I never got too into it, but he buys them back off you. I know that for a fact.
Let me ask one more question. It's not the greatest line. If you've got maybe 50 or 60 and you've bought them for £2.50, how much are you selling them for?
So they all sell for £6. This is back in the day. They all sold for £6 to get $3.50 profit. And we had 6 lads, and they all had 60, and they're all doing 50 each.
Okay.
It's a good few £100 per.
Okay. Rich, you've answered my question. Not the best line, but we got the answer. Thank you for that, Rich. So there you go. So he sells them back effectively.
Yeah, everyone kind of wins, don't they?
Yeah, £2.50.
That seems a lot.
I think that's shit. So the fella that's selling them for £2.50.
Yeah.
What's his markup?
We need to speak to him, don't we?
Right, we need to speak to the fella at the warehouse now, right? It's going to cost him £1 a scarf. Who's doubling, more than doubling?
That seems quite expensive, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. I thought it'd be.
I thought they were going to be like a tenner to buy, but he said £6. Although that was 16 years ago, so I'm sure they've
gone up, mate.
In fact, if people, I never asked this because I don't bother with text, but our text is 81089. If people can text in how much a half and half scarf is,
I think they must be knocking about a tenner now, mate.
I think that
it's going to be a tenner.
I think that. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to the weekend's action in Ready Steady Cook. First, it's time for No Googling Part 2. We've been discussing half and half scarves. We want to know, what is the most played fixture in English football history? You can probably work that one out. What is the most played fixture in English football history? Yeah, I in my head I got it.
You got the answer in front of you, though.
Yeah, but before I scrolled up, I got it. It's very easy to work out.
Is it?
Yeah, very easy.
Is it?
Yeah. The answer to that, the easy answer, and loads more coming up live and Drive and talkSPORT in part 2 of Drive Time.
Arne Slot admits Liverpool were very close to signing Mark Gahey and that it would have been nice to add him to his squad.
We would have liked to sign him, of course, because we were in for him, and he was, like I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do.
On that topic, Oliver Glasner wants to clear up a couple of things about why Steve Parish pulled the plug on the deal.
I never threatened to leave the club, never. The chairman asked me, Oliver, do you think we can manage the season when we sell Mark? And I said, Steve, honestly, I think we can't manage it.
Liverpool didn't get Gahey, but they did get Alexander Isak. He won't start against Burnley, but his replacement at Newcastle, the 2-metre Messi Nick Voltemade, could. Eddie Howe's been impressed with him so far.
He's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm. He's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place. Showed his qualities. So, yeah, really pleased with how he settled in.
Ola Aina is out for the next 3 months with a hamstring injury. The defender won't feature in the start of the new Big Ange era at Forest, which gets underway live on talkSPORT against Arsenal tomorrow. The Athletic's Paul Taylor told us what his biggest task will be heading into that fixture.
I'm not sure the opposition is entirely important. I think what's important is that he gets his message across very quickly. He's only had a few days on the training ground this week to try and implement his ideas and ethos, which, let's face it, are going to be very different from Nuno's. There's going to be a different style of play, a different mentality.
Elsewhere, ahead of the Manchester derby at the Etihad on Sunday, Fergie's former right-hand man René Mullenstein has implored Amorim to play a 4-3-3 with genuine wingers.
I think if you would have said, listen, I love to play 3-4-3, however, I need to have a good look at obviously the players, the squad that have got the league, and I might have to tweak it here and there. That would have given him far more flexibility, but he keeps sticking at it, and he has obviously got reasons for it, but only the results and wins will help convincing people that that's the right way forward.
Yes. There's more at talksport.com.
Written on a bus, this?
Written on the back of a bus.
On the back now? I thought it was the top.
It was the back of the top.
Oh, back of the top.
Back of the top.
Whoa. Greatest song ever written by either of them?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah. I mean...
You know what's weird with George Michael? Mm-hmm. None of his lyrics have ever come up for auction, have they? Or have they? I don't know.
I don't know.
Surprised you haven't bought anything of George, like a shirt he wore at a concert or something like that.
Oh, shall I try? Shall I try and do it?
Yeah, why would you do that? Oh, it's going to cost you a fortune, that is. Would you do that?
Depends how much it is, mate.
Okay, would you pay $1,000 for a shirt he wore at Live Aid?
Yeah.
10 grand?
No.
5 grand? He wore it on the final show, Wham, on concert, Wembley Stadium.
I don't think I'm spending $5 grand on it, mate.
4.5, yours. Do you want it?
2.
No. 2.5.
2.2.
No, forget it, it's gone. For the break, ask the question, what is the most played fixture in English football history? 214 games. It takes place this weekend, and it is Everton v Aston Villa.
I thought it was Everton versus Liverpool.
Well, you got it wrong.
I got 50% right. 50% wrong.
Yeah, but 100% wrong.
100% wrong in total, yes, it's true.
Yeah. If you would have been on Millionaire, that would have been 32
I'd lost it.
Lost.
How much would it 32 grand? I'd take the money, mate. I wouldn't.
Would you?
I'd say, yeah.
I don't think you can at 32.
And I'd buy a George Michael shirt. Money.
Very good. Time now for this.
By the way, do you two like haddock? Dinner, either swordfish and salad or steak and calamari.
I actually had ice cream outside the Trevi Fountain in Rome.
I did have a burger today. You do tend to let it slip on a Sunday.
Cooking with us today is Alex.
Yeah, it's time for Ready Steady Cook, where talkSPORT's chief football correspondent Alex Crook hides in what he tells the taxman is an office, but clearly it's a playroom that's been built at the bottom of his garden. Alex Crook joins us to look ahead at some of the biggest games in the Premier League this weekend. Cookie Monster?
Cookie Monster?
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah.
He goes in the playroom, Jay. Tax man. That's the playroom. That's the playroom, but it's the office, really. We're good, man. Are you all right? What are you doing the weekend? You got family coming over? You got a barbecue? What are you up to?
Do you know what? I'm just back from 2 days golfing. I'm absolutely knackered, and I'm working this weekend. Yeah, Bournemouth, Brighton tomorrow,
okay.
Manchester Derby on Sunday.
Did you go out, Crookie, when you're playing golf? Were you with the lads?
We were,
Yeah.
but no word of a lie. The idea was we'd have a load of beer at the hotel bar afterwards. Most of the group, and there were 20 of us, were in bed by 10. I was in bed by 11.
I don't believe it. I don't believe you, and I'll tell you why. Because I've seen the Crookie Monster in action, right, on the dance floor. He throws shapes.
I know he does.
He throws shapes.
I know, I've seen that. Crookie, by the way, your hair's looking a bit rough. I've seen some of my new paste that comes out Monday.
I look forward to it.
All right. Don't know why you laugh. It's real. Right, listen, let's start with Everton against Aston Villa. That's tomorrow afternoon. Villa haven't even scored a goal in the Premier League yet, whilst Everton sit fifth with 2 wins from 3 games. Crookie, what have you got for us ahead of this game?
Well, obviously, a lot of the managers have been holding their pre-match press conferences yesterday and today, including David Moyes. The Everton boss has been speaking to the media ahead of that game against Villa, and he discussed Jack Grealish and the fact he's just been named Player of the Month for August.
I'm really pleased for him. He's worked incredibly hard and he's looked after himself. It looks a bit better in the summer and made sure he's had come back with the right mindset to produce, and he has produced for us. He's made a big difference to us, so we're pleased for him. It's just the start for Jack, and hopefully there's a lot more to come.
There you go. That was David Moyes speaking about Jack Grealish and his renaissance, really. Everton, 4 assists in his last 2 games. I've just got a feeling he might have a big say against his former club tomorrow as well.
It wouldn't surprise me if we find Jack Grealish in the England squad in the up and coming. There's 2 more camps, right, between now and Christmas. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, that left-hand side has been a slight issue for England. I know Gordon played out there. Rashford done all right, but I think Jack Grealish has got a great chance, especially now being he feels as though he's been slightly unleashed after he left Manchester City.
Well, he's playing with a smile on his face again, isn't he? And I'm not sure he was particularly happy all of last season at Manchester City. I know that Thomas Tuchel has had him scouted in his brief Everton career so far, so I think if he can maintain the level of form that he has shown since he joined the Toffees, I think he's got every chance of being recalled for that October break, because what Thomas Tuchel seems to be doing is just changing it up a little bit, only by a couple of names each squad, but I get the impression that he's still feeling out the players at his disposal before he makes a final decision on who will be on the plane for the World Cup.
Cooker, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but like all managers, they've got the favourites, and they've also got players that no matter how these players perform week in, week out, they're just not good enough in the eye of that manager. Do you think that everyone, including Jack Grealish, has a chance of making that squad if they play well?
I think it's difficult, isn't it? I think always, consciously or unconsciously, there will be players that certain managers don't fancy and others that they do. I'd be a little bit worried for Phil Foden. I think the fact that he wasn't included in this last squad, I know he's not played well since the start of last season, but I think he's got it all to do to be on the plane. He's certainly got to rediscover form. Ivan Toney's face clearly doesn't fit, does it, when it comes to Thomas Tuchel? I don't think he's got any chance now of being recalled.
Okay. Before we move on, what will the score be? Everton against Villa, 3:00 tomorrow, Crookie?
I'm going to go for an Everton win. I've not been impressed with Villa so far, so I'm going to go 2-0 Everton.
I'd go home win as well. What are you going for, Jay?
Everton to win. Yeah,
Okay.
I think Everton a bit much from.
Right, let's move on. Tomorrow night, what a game this is between West Ham and Spurs. West Ham tonked Forest before the international break, whilst Tottenham were beaten by Bournemouth. That was a real shock. It could have, I think it was 1-0. It could have been about 3 or 4 had it not been for the Spurs goalie. Quickie, what have you got for us?
Well, this is a huge rivalry, isn't it, as Jason will testify. And the Tottenham boss, Thomas Frank, has been speaking to the media ahead of the London derby, and he was asked how he's feeling ahead of meeting West Ham for the first time as Tottenham manager.
Very excited. I know it means a lot for the fans. So we'll go there with everything and do everything we can to, of course, try to win the game. I think we're facing a West Ham team, which I think maybe didn't have the best start. I think they got a very good win against Nottingham, and I think they did well. I think they got some top players. I've known Graham Potter for years, and I've followed his fantastic work from all the way from Sweden to Swansea to Brighton to Chelsea to now here. So big respect for him and his staff.
Thomas Frank there ahead of Tottenham against West Ham, and I was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They were well beaten, actually, Spurs, by Bournemouth after a really positive start under their new Danish manager. So I think they'll need a response in this game. They'll need to bounce back, and obviously West Ham confidence will be higher than it has been because they've just beaten Forest 3-0 on the road.
Yeah, do you know what, Crookie? I can't work out whether that was a good time to play Forest, bearing in mind what Nuno Espirito Santo was going through. He probably sensed and felt that there was going to be a change in the international break. I think it was a good time to play them. However, he did go to a back four, Potter, which is something he's not done as far as I'm aware. He changed in the Chelsea game, but he's gone from that 3 at a 4, much harder to beat, much more organised. I was impressed with them. If they play a 4 at the back, I think they've got a chance to get someone out of the game.
Yeah, I just can't read West Ham. I don't really know where they are as a club at this moment in time. Obviously, Graham Potter, I think, divided opinions among the West Ham faithful. But you're right, Jason, that change of system did do him well. I think if you look at the squad, it is all geared up towards a back 3. But I guess that's sometimes where managers earn their salt, having that adaptability and fixing it when things clearly aren't working out.
Do you know what? I've really no idea which way this one's going to go. Crookie, how do you see it? 5:30 tomorrow. West Ham v Spurs.
I'm going to lean towards Spurs, but I agree with you. No result would surprise me. I'm going to go 2-1 to Tottenham.
Draw.
You going to draw? What, a Desmond?
Just going for a... Go Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond Douglas. Okay. Let's finish with the big game of the weekend. It sees Man City host Manchester United. Crookie, what have you got for us?
Well, we can hear from both managers now ahead of that Manchester derby, and both, of course, have new goalkeepers on their mind. Here's Pep Guardiola, first of all.
Just going back to Donnarumma, what does he give you that you didn't have?
He's so tall. That gives us is so huge.
It's a different league. It's a different country, different trainings, different ball. So we'll try to maintain that, and they will fight for the position. So for me, for this game, it's clear. Altay will start.
That was Pep Guardiola and Ruben Amorim there telling us that Altay Bayındır will start the Manchester derby in goal for United. Fascinating to see who starts for City. I'm leaning towards James Trafford because I think he did pretty well in that last game against Brighton. But even if he does start, Jason and Andy, it's a matter of time, isn't it, before Donnarumma comes in? You don't sign a goalkeeper like that to sit on the bench.
Oh, no. We didn't have our mics on. That was a problem. Are you there, Crookie?
Yeah, I'm still
sorry.
here.
We're waiting for our mics to be turned. That's all right, Ryan, you idiot. Do you know what's interesting about this, Crookie, is when you buy, and we see it so often, and it annoys the hell out of me, when we see new players join a club, more often than not, they start on the bench. We saw it with Eze last week.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
It baffles me.
Do you know what, right? Matt? It's a no-brainer. Play him.
Right. Now,
this is a fitness issue, right? That's the only one.
Okay. If it's not a fitness issue, here's my question. More often than not, when that new player goes to the club, he starts on the bench, but then he comes on with like 25 minutes to go. Is that an impossibility for a goalkeeper to do that with 25 minutes to go?
Well, I'll let Jason answer that.
You don't change your goalkeeper, do you?
Yeah, I don't see a situation where Trafford starts the game and after half an hour Donnarumma comes on for the debut.
No, I mean, personally, if you spend that, who's the better goalkeeper?
Donnarumma.
Well, there you go. That should answer the question.
Yeah, I'm stunned that he's not playing.
But we don't know that, do we?
Here's a question for you, Jay. Stay here, obviously, Cookie. You know we hear about players aren't fit, right? I know this is going to sound silly, but you'll understand. Can goalkeepers be less match fit to start?
I think so, sharpness-wise. Yeah, I think there is reaction-wise. Yeah, I think that you do need to be finely tuned.
No, but I'm saying if an outfield player hasn't played for 4 weeks, he can't start. If a goalkeeper's not played for 4 weeks.
So when was the last time he played, Crookie? Was it the Club World Cup final? Was the last time Donnarumma played?
The last time he played for PSG, yeah.
Is he international football? I'm guessing he's played for Italy, right?
You've put me on the spot there.
Oh, Jay, why have you done that?
Sorry, mate.
Why have you done that?
Oh, no, sorry.
Nasty you are.
Crookie, how much time do you want?
Crookie, answer it like a politician. Well, Jay, it's a great question.
Yes, yeah.
I'm told he did play.
What you're Googling.
He did play for Italy, I've just been told.
Right, okay. So
there you go.
There's your answer.
I was just about to confirm that.
There's your answer. When I say match fit, sharpness, right? every player, there's time and there's all sorts of things that you need to finally change. If he's played for Italy in the international break, I'm playing him. I don't care. Spend that money in. It's like the Eze one, right? Against Liverpool, like last time Arsenal played. He's fit.
I know, he should have started.
He's been playing this season.
But they had injury problems as well, which was even more bizarre.
Yeah, that one I can't give it.
It's a tough game, isn't it, though? A Manchester derby, just to throw someone into.
No, it's
just a game of football.
He's won the Euros. He's won the Champions League. I think the level that he's at, I just...
Can I ask both of you? I'll start with you, Cookie. If Donnarumma does play, will Man City play a different brand of football? Because he's supposedly not that great with his feet, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and I think they'll have to, because this is why the signing doesn't make a lot of sense for me, because if you go right back to when Pep Guardiola first came into City, he very quickly bombed out Joe Hart, and that was seen as quite ruthless. But the main factor in that, as we understood at the time, was that he wasn't that ball-playing goalkeeper that he wants. I find it very strange. I know Ederson didn't have a brilliant season last year, but when you look how good he's been for Manchester City, that they've signed not just one but two new goalkeepers, and they've let Ederson go. I find that a bit odd.
I totally agree with you. I find that very odd. I'm not convinced they're stronger.
Okay, we have to move on. But biggest game of the weekend, Crookie, City against United. What will the score be?
Again, do you know what? This could be anything. And I was looking the other day, statistically, this fixture, whether it be at Old Trafford or the Etihad, in recent seasons has favoured the away team. And obviously United were smash and grab winners there last season. I was there when Amad Diallo scored that late goal. I'm going to go for a repeat, and this might be heart overhead. I'm going to go 2-1 United. I don't think United have been playing as badly as a lot of people think.
What's your name, Jason?
City 3-1.
Okay. I don't know who's going to win. I'll say whoever scores first will lose.
That happens a lot in this game as well.
Yeah, that's why I'm going for that. Whoever scores first will lose, so City will win. Cookie, I hope they don't, obviously. Cookie, thanks for coming. Always a pleasure. You're a superstar. Have a great weekend.
Cheers, Cookie.
Cheers, guys. Enjoy.
There you go, the wonderful Alex Cook. That was this week's Ready, Steady, Cook. Still to come on Drive. We'll hear what happens after midnight on the sports bar.
Got a big helmet.
Big helmet.
Yeah, and it's got a gold tip on it.
Okay. We'll find out who Brazil and Gabby were discussing here.
I think it'd be a laugh on a night out. Yeah, he would be for a while, then he loses the plot, I think.
We'll also be building up to a massive weekend of Premier League football across the talkSPORT network.
What drama from the best league in the world.
All that and loads more coming up in the last hour of Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is not here, so that's why Jason Cundy's in his seat.
Mate.
How good was that, though?
You recovered all right. Is that on the script?
No, nothing there, look.
Why have you done that to me?
When we come back, the best of talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is not here, that's why I've got Jason Cundy.
No worries.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defensive stats.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about trophies. I do.
this nonsense kills the game.
TalkSPORT, me and Andy Goldstein. Me and Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by a former England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit, Farrell Williams. But time now for this. Yeah, time for the best of TalkSPORT, friends. This is where we run you through some of the highlight moments from across TalkSPORT and our sister stations. To boot, let's kick things off with last night's Sports Bar. Not like it used to be. O'Hara and the moon-faced Jason Cundy, they were joined by space expert Andy Lound on the show, who showed up in
you're
style.
Looking good, Lowney, for everyone who's watching on YouTube. You've got a spacesuit on. I mean, you don't mess about here. We're talking to the big boys.
I do the best I can.
Is that a real spacesuit?
No, this is a printed item. I do actually have a very good, authentic one, which I use for certain events, which has a big helmet on and a backpack and everything.
Big helmet?
Yeah, big helmet. I've got a big helmet.
Big helmet. Right.
Yeah, and it's got a gold tip on it, so it's quite easy.
Gold tip helmet. Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
You've got a massive head. Do you struggle?
I think you said head.
No, you have got massive. I've got a massive head. Do you,
No.
And you take bikes everywhere.
Yep.
Do you have a massive helmet then?
I need a massive helmet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know. Yeah. Well,
Is that a problem though? Is it like one size fits all?
One size fits all with the helmet.
And is it like tight on your helmet? On your head? Is it on your head?
It's a bit tight.
Okay. A reminder that Jamie and Jason, they return with Game Day thrown in tomorrow. Get there early. 5:30.
Now over to this morning's breakfast show with Big Al and Big Gabby Agbolon. They were discussing whether they'd want a night out with me.
I'd love to, mate.
Would
It'd
you?
I couldn't do. I think it'd be a laugh on a night out.
Yeah, he would be for a while, then he loses the plot, I think.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
No, but Cundy, 100%. Jamie, I think leave Jamie outside, El. But Cundy can come in, 100%. Why not?
No,
Did you hear the breakfast show?
I didn't, mate.
Felt for Big Al.
Huh?
He was struggling a bit.
What do you mean?
They played him a tape of me and Bentley having fun at his expense. He weren't happy. He was all over the place. I felt for
We
him.
all do it. We all have it.
Yeah, no, I know that, but he took it to heart. Said that he had a better life than me. I hope he has.
No, you know what? Alan Brazil lives his life by his own rules, doesn't he? He don't give a monkey's,
God,
mate.
dear.
He doesn't, does he?
No. If he's got a better life than me, he's got a great life. So good luck.
Look, to be fair, we've all got a great life.
Do you know what? We don't work for a living.
We don't.
You certainly don't.
Stinks, if you had to go out with other than me, because I know you want to be.
Yeah.
Who would you go out with? Who would be your pal of choice on a night out?
What, anyone in the building?
I mean, yeah, go on, anyone. Go on.
You and Bentley, three of us. Probably Ryan Bryan, actually. He's good.
Ryan's good.
I've been out with Ryan. I've been to the States a few times.
I've been out with Ryan.
Yeah.
He's good fun.
A reminder, check out the 21 Minutes to Go podcast. It's me and Cundy. A new episode drops every Monday, 21 minutes to go. And if you want your voice on our brand new podcast, Utter Nonsense with Sean Dyche, news to me, send in a WhatsApp voice note to 03717223344. Ask Dyche anything, and we'll play it on the pod. A little bit like what's happening in Bentley, I'm guessing. That's stolen from there. Of course, you can find all our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment.
many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do.
On that topic, Oliver Glasner wants to clear up a couple of things about why Steve Parish pulled the plug on the deal.
I never threatened to leave the club, never. The chairman asked me, Oliver, do you think we can manage the season when we sell Mark? And I said, Steve, honestly, I think we can't manage it.
Liverpool didn't get Gahey, but they did get Alexander Isak. He won't start against Burnley, but his replacement at Newcastle, the 2-metre Messi Nick Voltemade, could. Eddie Howe's been impressed with him so far.
He's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm. He's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place. Showed his qualities, so yeah, really pleased with how he settled in.
Elsewhere, ahead of the Manchester derby at the Etihad on Sunday, Fergie's former right-hand man René Mullenstein has implored Amorim to play a 4-3-3 with genuine wingers.
I think if you would have said, listen, I love to play 3-4-3, however, I need to have a good look at, obviously, the players, the squad that have got the league, and I might have to tweak it here and there. That would have given me far more flexibility.
There's more at talksport.com.
Welcome back to the last hour of our show, and welcome to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports' new partnership with talkSPORT, because every Friday we're going to be joined by some of the biggest names from TNT Sports during what promises to be another pulsating season. Football is back, and TNT Sports is the only place to watch every big competition, with over 700 matches broadcast live from elite European club football to English domestic league and cup competitions this season. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to this weekend's Women's Rugby World Cup quarterfinals. But first, we're delighted to be joined in the studio by a former England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit, the wonderful Farrah Williams. Farrah, hello.
Right, Farrah.
How are you? Come close to the mic.
A nice journey in listening to you guys in traffic. Weren't bad.
That's nice. And you've come in.
I nearly bought on half scarf on my way.
What's your view on the half?
And 5 Live or something.
How dare you? How dare you? You're a disgrace mentioning the dark side.
The scarves are naughty, right?
They are very
they're naughty.
What's your view on that? They should never happen.
They shouldn't happen.
See, Jay says they're okay for like cup. Jay, do you want to make more noise?
Sorry, matey.
Jay says.
I'm trying to make sure that Farrah's got no detritus in front of her. So I've just cleared all the...
Yeah, well, she has. Look at... you're next to her. What's your view on them? Jay says that they should happen only in like big games or FA Cup finals, Champions League finals, or...
Yeah, no, I heard that. I get it. Kids, first game. I get it for foreigners coming over, tourists, should we say, not football fans. I think football fans, it's illegal.
There's no way you're going to find
Yeah, exactly.
A season ticket holder is not buying a half and half scarf. He's not doing that. He doesn't need to do that.
No.
Unfortunately, it's just the way the world goes, right? It's who...
The game's changed, isn't it?
Yeah, it has.
I think back. You think back to, I'm saying, proper fans when I used to go, when we could afford to go.
Yeah.
Now it's changed, isn't it? It is tourists, it is business people with a bit of money.
Yeah. Because it's not.
Yeah, they probably don't mind wasting a tenner on a silly scarf.
Yeah, because it's not aimed at just football fans to turn up and go and watch the game. They want as much money from you as possible. Exactly. You got to have your pint. You got to have your pie. You got to have your Michelin star food. You got to buy your scarf, your shirts. You said I took my kids I was saying this to Joe. I took my kids to Man United for the first time ever about 3 or 4 years ago. I spent nearly 200 quid in the club shop. When I come out, I don't even know what I bought.
That's cheap, by the way. 200 quid in the club shop, mate. That's cheap.
That's a shirt, isn't it, nowadays?
I think at United it was a pair of socks or something. It's so ridiculous football nowadays, isn't it? It really is.
It really is.
Listen, we've got loads to talk to you about. We're going to start off with one of your old sides, Arsenal. They host Forest tomorrow in Angie's first game in charge. That game, of course, live on TNT Sports 1. Is it a bit of an unknown for Arsenal going up a side with a new manager, do you think? Or is it same old, same old? Because a lot of Forest fans think for this game tomorrow, there won't be too many changes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine there to be that many. I think the turnaround off the back of being a national for a couple of days, half a day and a full day's training, probably not enough time to get, the changes in. I'm assuming that Ange will have going forward. I would imagine it will be the same there or thereabouts. But I think under Ange, I think there'd be a more adaptable team. I think if you look at the foundations that Nuno set in terms of that defensive, structure that they have, the counter-attack ability, and then obviously Ange and his expansive, different ends of the spectrums in terms of styles. But I think actually with the squad they have, I think going forward they'll be really adaptable.
Do you think Ange is a good manager?
Do you know what? It's an interesting question because you look back to when he went to Spurs. I think everybody was raving. I think, what did he win, 8 and 10?
I think it was 9 of the first 10, yeah.
First 10, and everybody was talking about the style of football and how attractive it was, and people were drawn to that. And then you look at last season with all the injuries. Was it because of the injuries? Was it the style? I mean, everybody goes back to that Chelsea game with that horrendous high line with 9 men. Crazy.
So we are, mate.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Is that where it came from? Is that game?
It was that the game.
Yeah, it changed it, right?
But what was nuts? What was nuts was Spurs fans were coming out the stadium with a bigger smile on their face. Than Chelsea fans. They were, though.
Honestly, I've never known a team or a side to get so much false credit from a defeat and a thumping.
It's not credit. It's just what they were going through for years and years under Conte and Jose.
4-1.
Oh, I know that, but they played. They were entertained. They hadn't been entertained.
Chelsea fans, yeah.
Listen, I definitely was.
You're both Chelsea fans, right? I agree with what you're saying, but look, you both know, because you're Chelsea fans, and I know what it's like to be managed by Jose. There's like a dark cloud when things aren't going right over the club. Right? They had that with Jose. They had that with Conte. Nothing really changed. It was boring, dull football.
Yeah, but we won trophies.
Of course.
You don't remember those games. I don't remember all of them.
No, I know, but for Spurs, they didn't win the trophies, but they still had boring football. So all of a sudden, this manager's come in.
Oh, sorry, you're on about when he...
Got a really high line. They're playing attractive football. And to be fair, that 4-1 game, right? Is it what it was 4-1?
They started
right?
well.
They started well. And it could have been 4-3. Do you know what I mean? You just don't know. But it was an entertaining game, and they come away from the ground going, okay, we're going to be entertained every week.
Yeah, but
No, I'm just telling you how Spurs fans felt.
Isn't that the problem with football now? Is that fans want to be entertained as opposed to winning? Is
that a problem, though?
Depends how you see it. For me, I mean, when I first started watching Chelsea, we were a team that pretty much lost most of the time. And then we had an era under Abramovich where we won a lot of trophies, and Chelsea, all of a sudden the fans, all they knew was success. And I'm sure if you ask any Chelsea fan what era or generation they want, they're probably, Chelsea are entertaining, I would say now. I'd argue that they are. Some of the young players that they've got, the attractive in terms of that final third, but I'd still take winning trophies over that.
Of course,
yeah. Finals.
That's one of the reasons why Nuno's gone, because Edu's gone in there, and he is now overseeing what Marinakis wants to do. It's not just at Forest; it's overseeing the clubs that he has. And by all accounts, Nuno has a brand of football. Is it the most exciting brand of football in the world? No. Was it effective? 100% it was effective. I actually don't think they were that bad. They could sit a bit deep, frustrate. They weren't great to play against, but that's someone else's fault. That's Nuno's job to go and get a result. But actually, when they broke and counter-attacked, they were brilliant.
Yeah,
Forest. And you don't do what they did last season without getting it right. It's the balance in the squad, balance of the team. Entertaining football. Would you rather watch entertaining football and lose, or watch a style of football that's a little bit tough to watch Stump and win?
Farrell, let me ask you, let's bring it back to Arsenal, the game tomorrow that's live on TNT Sports. Last time out for Arsenal against Liverpool, they lost, of course. I don't think we've seen the best of any side, really, yet. Even Liverpool haven't looked, above and beyond. How important is it that Arsenal bounce back tomorrow? Because if Man City lose, they've got Man United at the weekend. If Man City lose, that would be 3 in such a short space of time. I just wonder from Arsenal's perspective, because they're one of the favourites for the time, how important is it that they get rid of that defeat, they move on from that, and they turn that into a victory this weekend?
Yeah, it's massive. I think for any team going to Anfield, it is a difficult game. I think the game itself wasn't the most entertaining. I don't think Arsenal have been this season the most entertaining. I expected a little bit more. I think everybody was saying they needed a striker. I'm not sure they've played to the strength of that. I thought they'd be much more adaptable in terms of their style and having a striker that can bring players into the game. Do they use him enough? Probably not. So you're probably not getting the best of his ability out of him in terms of the way that they're playing. They've obviously got a couple of injuries with Saka, and I think that's huge. But in terms of winning, it's a must-win. They have to win a trophy this year.
If they don't, what happens?
I'm not an Arsenal fan, but you think these top managers in Chelsea's or Manchester City, Liverpool, they're expected to win trophies, and Arsenal haven't done that. What, he's won an FA Cup? Did he win a Community Shield?
Well, he won the FA Cup, but that was with Unai on his side, right?
But yeah, so in 6 years to only win an FA Cup.
The problem he's got is that you're finishing second. Have they improved under Arteta? There's no doubt about that, right? You can't argue with that, right? They've improved. But it's what do they win and how close they get to Liverpool? How deep they go into the Champions League? Everyone talks about the 2 goals that Rice scored against Real Madrid, right? Brilliant free kicks. Didn't win anything. Didn't win it. They ultimately come up short in both competitions. I've tipped Arsenal to win the title, but after that defeat against Liverpool, I'm starting to think that.
What, really? After such a short?
I just felt Liverpool haven't been great, mate. Honestly, they've got 9 points out of 3 games. I can't. At that bit, I can't get out of my head. They could be sitting on 3 points. First game of the season, they could have dropped points at home to Bournemouth, I think it was. They go away to Newcastle, nearly drop points at 10 men, right? Get a late minute. And then against Arsenal, it could have gone either way, except for a brilliant free kick by Slobosai. Yet they're sitting on 9 points. Yeah. I just think,
I always look at Arteta. I think, look, he's changed the dynamic at Arsenal, and I think in terms of, when he took over and getting rid of a few and bringing and building and, getting in that top 4 consistently now is what the club wanted. But you think of those game-changing moments, the best managers are able to change the game before something happens. So before they concede and are on the back foot, he seems to wait until he's on the back foot and then he reacts to it. He's very reactive to things. And I think if you're going to go on and win something...
Do you think the Eze situation, not to the Arsenal fans...
Oh, at Liverpool? Yeah.
Yeah, but all managers do that. No, they do.
Yeah, they do, but the best managers don't.
I just felt that... if you're not going to start him, I felt there was a period in that game... come on, mate. There's a reason you're spending £70 million on him, right?
No, listen, I agree with you. I think it's nuts. And it happens more often than not that they spend, some clubs spend crazy amounts of money on a player and they start them on the bench. I've never, ever understood it. But more so with Arsenal, because they had injuries to key players, including Saka. He was out. So I thought it was very bizarre. One of the new signings coming, you alluded to him earlier on, Gyökeres. What have you made of his start to life in the Premier League?
Yes, look, I think he's struggling to adapt. He looks like he needs to get up to the pace of the Premier League. I watched him in pre-season in a friendly. I can't remember who it was against now, but he looks slow in that. He didn't look up to the pace. But as I say, it's difficult. I think he's a striker that only makes one movement. He don't rework. He doesn't make a second movement. So once he's got into an area, say if they're countering or if the ball's in wide areas, he's very slow to rework his movements. And I think he's then ahead of what's happening. So the likes of Saka, when they cut back, in terms of his positioning, to be in a good position to attack the ball, I feel like he's struggling a little bit. We know Arsenal play with inverted or opposite wingers, don't they? In terms of a left foot on the right-hand side and a right. So that ball ain't coming in early. And I feel like he's used to or makes those movements for that. And I feel like he's struggling a little bit. But they don't use his strengths as well. For me, at times, I think they could go in off him. Use his strength. Can he hold it up, bring players in, work off of him?
One of the players that you've also bought, I'll ask you first, Jay, because you both support Chelsea, is Noni Madueke. Who right now, from what you've seen in an Arsenal shirt and an England shirt, who's got the better deal there?
Chelsea. Getting rid of him.
The problem is, I'm a Noni fan, right? And I know it was quite divided opinion of Chelsea fans. I know Arsenal fans, they set up a petition, for God's sake, right? But they're getting a good player, right? There's no doubt about they're getting a good. He's direct. I love the way that he gets his first instincts. Can I get past my fullback or wing back, whatever it might be, right? Chelsea made good money, and we've got Esteval, we've got young Brazilian boys coming, right? The squad's only so many places. We spent money on various different wingers, and we are stocked in those areas. And good luck to Noni. I'm disappointed to see him go, but he's 67 million, whatever it was. Chelsea doubled their money in 2 years.
No, you're quite pleased to see him go.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree. I think he's got bags of talent. But I just think he's very inconsistent. I question sometimes maybe his mentality a little bit. I think his maturity. I think when you see him in an English shirt or the games that he's played in an English shirt, he's looked better.
Yeah. Took his goal well, right?
He did. He took it really well, cutting across the defender and the little lift over the keeper. So he shows it in glimpses. I don't think he shows it enough and consistently enough. The they've got a good deal in terms of getting a player that is, young and But for Chelsea, as you say, we're loaded in those areas. And do I think he would be consistent enough to get us closer to a title? Probably not. So in losing him, I wasn't disappointed.
Okay. Because we're going to move on. Let me quickly ask you to round this off. How do you see the game going tomorrow, Farah?
An Arsenal win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What score?
Oh God, put me on the spot here. I'll go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Jay?
Yeah, I think comfortable.
Yeah?
Arsenal really comfortable.
Okay. It's what we do, mate. A reminder that TNT Sports bring you the Ange Postecoglou and his first game in charge of Forest. That's away at Arsenal tomorrow with exclusive coverage starting at 11 a.m. on TNT Sports 1. That's a game you can also hear live right here on talkSPORT.
It's just who we are, mate.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
This is Friday Night Live, TNT Sports, new partnership with talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy, and the former England midfielder and TNT Sports pundit, the brilliant Farrell Williams. Still to come, Jason Cundy will be standing in for Darren Bent in this week's edition of DB v TNT brackets Sports. Now, though, this Sunday, TNT Sports 2 brings you exclusive coverage of the Misano MotoGP. I know you're a big fan of the MotoGP.
I am a big fan of the GP, mate.
Are you, whereabouts is the Misano MotoGP?
This weekend?
Yeah.
In Misano?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Marc Marquez will be looking to move one step closer
Italia.
to a 9th world title, which is what you were talking about in the break, right? One step closer.
One step closer.
Let's get more on this now with someone who actually knows what he's talking about on the subject. TNT Sports MotoGP commentator Gav Emmett joins us. Hello, Gav.
All right, Gav.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah, where
Having a
is
good Friday evening there?
Where is Misano? Where is
Beautiful
that?
Italy.
Misano
Yeah,
is.
that's what I said.
Have you heard of Rimini?
Many a week.
Rimini, Adriatic coast of Italy. It's absolutely beautiful and right on the coastline here. Misano circuit's about a mile or two just inland. It's called the San Marino Grand Prix. San Marino's like a little republic, tiny tax haven up on a hill overlooking this place. And this place is like, it's like the Italian Blackpool. You know, people.
Is that how the travel agents sell it?
Is there any donkeys on the beach?
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. I've got a few tangerines going to be on to me after this one, aren't they? No, but I tell you what, it is the holiday destination for a lot of Italians. You come here, and it's their Mallorca, their Ibiza. They all come here, have a good time, and they extend the summer season here by a week by having a huge race. And obviously it's massive here in Italy to have motorcycle racing. So yeah, big MotoGP race this weekend.
Gav, listen, none of us are going to pretend to know what we're talking about. That's why we've got an expert on in you. So I'm going to ask questions that might sound obvious, but I don't know the answer, and some of our listening millions might not either. Is the race, like, you know, the Monaco Grand Prix is actually on the streets of Monaco. Is it on the streets of where you are now?
No, on motorcycle races. So it's not like the TT, for example, where they'll ride on the streets of the Isle of Man. All of MotoGP, just like the majority of Formula One circuits, full purpose-built circuit, and lots of safety runoff. The problem with motorcycles is, and they, you know, here they're going at max speeds, 190 miles per hour. You know, there's places we go, it's 230 miles per hour. And so when you crash on a motorcycle, you're not inside a cage, the safety cage that you get. You know, you don't have the hands devices, you don't have the hoop they have on the Formula One cars. They fall off and they bounce against the gravel and the air fences, and so you need runoff. So we don't go to street racing circuits in MotoGP, but we get to the speeds of Formula One.
Gav, what sort of crowds do these send? Obviously, I see highlights and things because it's, you know, you watch TNT, you're going to see that. But what are they talking? They look like there's tens and tens of thousands there every time I watch.
Absolutely, Jason. Last week we had in Barcelona 83,000 on race day. And that was just race day. So, you know, over a race weekend, you're talking some place we've been this year. We went to Le Mans in France, obviously where they do the 24-hour race. We have our bike race there. They had 300,000 fans over the racing weekend. So they had it was a record crowd for the modern era. They had 100,000 in, and they all came in on the Wednesday. And what happens a lot at these motorcycle events is people turn up on the Wednesday, and it's like they're Glastonbury. You know, you turn up early on in a weekend, and people have a right
party as well, right?
For the whole, of course they do.
Right, okay.
Of course they do.
Quite like the sound of it, you know, Gav.
Blackpool,
I think you'd like it.
Yeah, you've thrown our beefer in there.
Yeah.
I think you've got all three of us coming to the next one.
Come along, you're always welcome. Although it's in Japan in 2 weeks, so
perfect.
You might want to make that one.
We'll definitely come to that one as well. Listen, let me ask you. I mentioned Marc Marquez. I hope that's how I pronounce his name.
Absolutely right.
I've got this written down in front of me. I'm not going to pretend. It says here his unbeaten run came to an end in his home race last weekend, but it's only a matter of time before he wraps up that 9th world title. I would imagine, my question is, with 9 world titles, is he the greatest ever?
So with that 9th world title, he would equal a man you might have heard of who was huge in the 2000s, particularly in the UK. It was Valentino Rossi. I don't know if you heard of him.
I do, yes.
But he crossed over a little bit, a bit more into the mainstream of things, did Valentino. So he would equal him. There's another rider who was big in the 60s and 70s called Giacomo Agostini. Now, he's a legend. He's still going strong. He's in his 80s now, but he's got film star looks. He used to do films back in the 60s and 70s. He was massive. He was before the Barry Sheen era, you know, and then we come through to the modern day. It was Valentino, and he's handed the baton over, not amicably, because him and Marc Marquez never got on. They had a bit of a clash. But Marc Marquez is the one now. He's looking to equal one of the greats of all time in Valentino. But the thing is, with Marc Marquez, yes, he's been on a run of, he had 15. We have a sprint on a Saturday and a main race on a Sunday. 15 in a row, he was unbeaten. And guess who beat him in Barcelona a week ago? His little brother. His little brother, Alex, beat him. And so they had a 1-2 with Alex in front for the very first time that they've ever had. So there's a little bit of brotherly need, or there's a little bit of history being made as well.
Okay, I'll be honest. When you said guess who beat him, I thought he might have been here for a long time because I was close to say Barry Sheen, if I'm being honest. Gav, listen.
We don't have a Brit at the moment, so...
Okay, well, that's not my fault. Gav, listen, it sounds like it's going to be a great race, and you've certainly sold it to us. We're desperate to come out there now and have some fun with you. But thanks so much for coming and enjoy it as well. It seems to be a great weekend ahead of us.
No, honestly, we all have a great time over the weekend, and yeah, it's good. It's a good, fun place to be here, and it's a good, fun thing to watch on the box stage.
You out tonight, Gav?
Already had one sat here with the
honestly, look at
Gav, listen to the question.
Get the old TNT credit card out, Gav.
Gav, listen to the question. Are you out tonight?
Who's asking?
TNT Sports have just texted me.
100%.
Yeah, good. 100% yes. Gav, enjoy it. We'll see you in about 4 hours.
Cheers, Andy. See you later.
A reminder that TNT Sports 2 bring you exclusive and extensive coverage of that MotoGP across the weekend, with a race taking place at 1 p.m. on Sunday. It does look fun out there. Those sort of events, I think if you've never been to them, they're always great. I mean, any event you can experience live is always fantastic, right?
Yeah, and with a drink, yeah.
He's out tonight.
And a bit of nice weather.
Oh, he's out tonight.
It looked beautiful, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
See the shirt he's got on, you know he's out clubbing.
He's out, isn't he?
He's already had, there's a glass of wine just outshot, I think.
A bit like you, Jay. Right, as we're joined in the studio by former Lioness midfielder Farrell Williams, it's only right, of course, that we take a look ahead to the weekend's WSL action. Last week, Chelsea kicked off their title defence with a 2-1 win at home to Man City, whilst there were also wins for Arsenal, Spurs, Manchester United and Everton, and Brighton and Villa played out a goalless draw. Now, Chelsea are, of course, aiming to retain their title. They got off to a winning start last weekend. How did they look their way to Villa this weekend?
Yeah, they look good. They looked similar to what we've seen in the last 6-7 years when they've won every WSL. They know how to win. I think even in games where they're not in control of, or they don't dominate possessions, or they don't create as many chances, they always find a way to win. And I think that's what other teams have struggled with in the past, and something that, Chelsea ladies now are accustomed to.
They've dominated, as you said there. They're going for their 8th title on spring now. Sonia Van Pastoris, she's been brought in to win the Champions League, hasn't she? Because winning the title after what Emma left there, everything was in place. They have the best squad team, as that's been proven. Is that where Chelsea are at now? It's about winning the Champions League.
They have to. I think that's why she got brought in. She was, the only female to win a Champions League. She done that with Lyon a couple of seasons ago. And we saw the gulf between Chelsea and Barcelona, 8-2 on aggregate last season in the semi-final of that Champions League. And, having spoken to Sonia after that defeat, she understands and knows that the difference and the gap that there is there. She spoke about some of the players in terms of shrinking, on that big occasion. So I think she learnt a lot about her players. She's obviously added a couple to the squad. She's got a couple coming back in Sam Kerr, and that's key. Carpenter, she signed her fullback, will put Lucy Bronze under a little bit of pressure in terms of that fullback area. But yeah, they have to win the Champions League. Arsenal did it. Cup competitions, Arsenal are very good at those one-off games. They're probably the best at those. Chelsea are probably a more consistent team over the season, but she has to win it. I think that's why they brought her in.
We'll continue our football chat in just a moment. We'll also be discussing Jack Grealish being named Premier League Player of the Month. But first, it's time for No Googling, the last one of the day. And of course, as it's the Manchester Derby this weekend, how about this one? The top 3 scorers in Manchester Derby history are all English. Wayne Rooney, Joe Hayes and Franny Lee. We want to know, who's the highest scoring non-Englishman in the fixture's history? The answers to that and loads more coming up right after this on Friday Night Live with our friends at TNT Sports.
I've said many times, if we can feel we can strengthen the team with a chance in the market, we never hesitate to do so, and that's what we try to do.
On that topic, Oliver Glasner wants to clear up a couple of things about why Steve Parish pulled the plug on the deal.
I never threatened to leave the club, never. The chairman asked me, Oliver, do you think we can manage the season when we sell Mark? And I said, Steve, honestly, I think we can't manage it.
Liverpool didn't get Gahey, but they did get Alexander Isak. He won't start against Burnley, but his replacement at Newcastle, the 2-metre Messi Nick Voltemade, could. Eddie Howe's been impressed with him so far.
He's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm. He's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place, showed his qualities. So, yeah, really pleased with how he settled in.
Ola Aina is out for the next 3 months with a hamstring injury. The defender won't feature in the start of the new Big Ange era at Forest, which gets underway live on talkSPORT against Arsenal tomorrow. The Athletic's Paul Taylor told us what his biggest task will be heading into that fixture.
I'm not sure the opposition is entirely important. I think what's important is that he gets his message across very quickly. He's only had a few days on the training ground this week to try and implement his ideas and ethos, which, let's face it, are going to be very different from Nuno's. There's going to be a different style of play, a different mentality.
Elsewhere, ahead of the Manchester derby at the Etihad on Sunday, Fergie's former right-hand man Rene Mullenstein has implored Amorim to play a 4-3-3 with genuine wingers.
I think if you would have said, listen, I love to play 3-4-3, however, I need to have a good look at obviously the players, the squad that have got the league, and I might have to tweak it here and there. That would have given him far more flexibility, but he keeps sticking at it, and he has obviously got reasons for it, but only the results and wins will help convincing people that that's the right way forward.
Yes. There's more at talksport.com.
Listen to Friday Night Live, TNT Sports' brand new last hour show on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy. Farrell Williams is with us. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the highest scoring non-Englishman in the Manchester derby? I've got a clue for you both. I hope you can hear this. Okay.
We've got our pens.
His surname is if someone was bald, right, and then they had long hair, and you watched for the last 4 years everything happening, right, you would say, oh, I saw your hair
grow.
Yeah, but previously, I saw you not grow. Look at me, not grow.
Retrieve.
I saw your hair. Sounds like past tense, not grow.
Grown.
No, grew.
Growing.
Right, so that's his surname. Your hair grew. Right? Put that down.
So I could put hair as well.
No, the whole thing. Your hair grew.
Your hair grew.
Right.
He done this. I heard this one you did before.
No, this is
made
great.
no sense.
Same question, right? Same about a kid. He was little, and then you watched him get bigger. You'd say, "Oh, I saw you
grow."
Right, that's his first name.
Grow your hair grow.
No. I saw
you grow. I saw you grow.
Right. So read out what you've got. His first name is
I saw you grow,
and his surname is
I saw you grow your hair grow. I saw you.
I saw you grow your hair grow.
I saw your hair grow. I saw.
Listen to Farah because she can say it properly.
I saw you grow your hair grow.
What football is that? Play for Man City.
I saw you grow your hair grow.
Say it loudly.
Yeah.
I saw you grow your hair grew. I saw you grow.
I saw you grow your hair grew. Hair grew.
Come on, everyone can hear that.
Your hair grew. I saw you grow your hair.
Saw you grow your hair grew.
Oh my God! Can you not hear it?
No. Saw you grow your hair grow.
Please get this. I'm not moving on. His first name is I saw you grow.
I saw you grow your hair grew.
And his surname is
Sergio Aguero.
Oh.
Sergio Giorgini.
There you go. Sergio Aguero.
Saw you grow your hair.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you bigged it up as the best you've ever done.
It was good.
I don't know whether that's going to stick to that.
We shall move on. A reminder that over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear exclusive commentary of Ipswich against Sheffield United in the Championships. Go on, please. There's also WSL action tonight as Arsenal head to West Ham. Ian Abrams is watching that one for talkSPORT. He's got all the team news for us now. Moose, good evening.
Good evening. Sergio Aguero. Anyway, Arsenal, yes, they come here off the back of a 4-1 win last weekend at the Emirates against the London City Lionesses, who were promoted last season. 3 changes to that side. In come Frida Manham, Ford, and also Beth Mead. Out go Kelly, who's not even in the squad tonight, Palova and Smith. For West Ham, were beaten 1-0 at Spurs, the late penalty accounting for them there. Megan Walsh comes in goal for Simic, who's injured. She was injured in the second half of that game. And Tiziak, who played so well at the Euros, she comes into defence as well. We start here in Dagenham at 7:30.
Boost, good work as always. Right now, this weekend sees the Women's Rugby World Cup reach the quarter-final stage. Tomorrow, New Zealand face South Africa, whilst Canada are up against Australia. Then on Sunday, France play Ireland and England face Scotland. There's only one man we can speak to about this for a number of reasons. One, he's an expert, and two, he's desperate to be back on the show. As we say hello and good evening to TNT Sports pundit and former England Rugby Union star and friend of the show, Ugo Monnier, the ladies' man, joins us. Ugo, good evening.
Ugo. How you doing? All right.
How are you? You all right? Well, you look like you're stuck in a cubicle in Next.
Yeah, it's not far off. I'm in a hotel in Exeter ahead of the quarterfinals. But yeah, I'd probably not position the camera all that well, have I?
No, you look great, as always. You all right? You had a good week?
I've had a cracking week. I've had a really good... I saw Farah actually last week. She's the most aggressive but competitive golfer you'll ever come across.
Are you both,
That's all I'll
you
say.
both play golf, did you?
No, I'm the worst golfer. I'm the most entertaining golfer.
No, you're not. No,
Yes,
you're not.
What's your handicap, Farah?
No, I can't play golf.
Oh, fine.
It's a ladies' day that they do that brings everybody together, and we basically do putting and driving and, with a trainer. And I'm not great, and I just entertain.
Ugo
don't like the fact that I win a big bottle of Moe at the end.
Oh, is that what it's about? It's about the bottle of Moe, is it?
And he doesn't like it. I won again this year. Most entertaining.
The thing is, last year, as Farah's already said, she's not great at golf. She's there for the loves. We absolutely love it. But last year when they handed out awards, I picked up 3 or 4, who's counting, and then Farah didn't get one. And she was flipping tables and everything because she didn't get an award. She was so aggressive. I loved it.
I think Ugo Monnier is just annoyed that he's not Ugo Moe. I think that's the joke I'm looking for.
Agree.
All right, listen, we've got you on. We've got to talk about England. They've been favourites with the bookies to go on and win since the start. How have they looked?
They've looked good. They've looked really good. And, almost feels weird to say they've just looked good considering they blasted Australia last week, 47 points to 7. They've scored over 30 tries so far. This World Cup, they've only conceded 2. They are flying. They've won their last 30 games. They play against Scotland tomorrow. On an average, they normally beat Scotland by 50 points and only concede 7. So we expect them to qualify for the semi-finals. But the reason why I'm not being all hyperbolic about them is if they got anywhere near their potential, I don't think anyone could live with them. They're a remarkable side. We absolutely love them. But there's 3 key competitors at this World Cup. You've got the Red Roses, England, who are the favourites. You've got the Black Ferns, New Zealand, who are the holders. They've only ever lost 2 World Cup games. So you've got the best team in the world up against the best tournament team. And you've got Canada, the second best team in the world. So it's all spicing up. We're into knockout rugby right now and should be a cracker weekend of it.
Okay, let's just take a look at a few of the other quarterfinals. New Zealand, they face South Africa. Can you see anything other than a New Zealand win there?
No, but the weather, is meant to hammer it down with rain tomorrow, which may suit the South African. South African creating their own history, first ever quarterfinals, but the Black Ferns are just relentless. I watched them in Brighton last week. They were on fire. They were absolutely class. So, yeah, I'm predicting a Black Ferns win there.
Okay. Ireland got up against France on Sunday. How did you see that one going?
France, I've had their number for quite a while now, but the Ireland played against New Zealand last week and they were underwhelming. You hope that they learn some lessons. I'm supporting the home nations, of course I am, so I'd love to see Ireland do it, but I think if history is to dictate the future of this, then it will be a France win.
Okay. Before I let you go, we need to talk to you about your beloved Arsenal. They host Forest tomorrow. It's live on talkSPORT and TNT Sports 1. Big Angie's first game in charge of Forest. Does that worry you at all? Would you rather be playing a Forest side under Nuno?
Yeah and no. I liked the way they played under Nuno. I really did. But for Ange, you know exactly how it is. It's that brand new energy that comes into a club Of course, he's got that emotional tie with Tottenham. He would love. There's no better way of Ange introducing himself to his fans and getting his fans on board than taking points off Arsenal. I think if they got a draw out of tomorrow, they'd be absolutely thrilled with that. But I'm confident, of course, off the back of losing against Liverpool, it's important that we get back and hopefully take all 3 points.
Are you starting Eze on the left?
Yeah, I am. Martinelli, I'm a big fan of, but he's just not quite done it for me in the last year or so. Eze, I think, is mercurial. I think he's dangerous, and I think he's really unpredictable. So I'd love to see him on the left. I love the fact Madueke started so well and so bright, especially for all the abuse.
You didn't sign the petition not to sign him, did you? You weren't one of them. No?
No, I definitely wasn't one of them.
He signed it live on the show 2 weeks ago. He doesn't know it. I faked his signature, but he definitely signed it.
But you Gooners, to sit there. I know it's not all the Gooners, right? So I'm not going to pop at all yours, right? But it's starting. I said at the time, he's a good player, the kid. Honestly, there's a lot of potential. He ain't the finished article by some distance, but he is a real asset to your squad.
He's remarkable. I think not only what he brings individually, but the workload and the labour he can take off Saka. Saka might not have to play every single week, and he definitely won't have to play every 90 minutes. So hopefully we can, I'm saying that when Saka's injured, but we'll be able to protect him and hopefully get the best out of Saka for more years, because we've got a player who's excellent midweek for England. The last 2 performances I thought was class, and up against Liverpool, who was our star player. So hopefully he's welcomed himself into the Arsenal fan base, and yeah, he can play with a lot of freedom and confidence.
Ugo, before I let you go, I've got a couple of questions. What's the 4-4 on the top of your hat? What does that mean?
It's a brand called Yelir. It's a brand called Yelir.
Okay.
So it's not a 4. It's a fancy Y. Yes,
okay.
exactly.
I was going to send you some of my hair product, but you just took your cap off. And
the beard could do with some. Okay. The beard could do with some. Can I give a quick plug before I shoot?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
TNT Sports Premiership Rugby starts tonight. Harlequins up against Newcastle. That kicks off tonight at 7:30. And, of course, we're talking about the Women's World Cup. But off the back of the World Cup, PWR, that's the Women's Domestic League. That's going to be the legacy of this World Cup. And you can watch all of the matches on TNT Sports when the World Cup finishes. Thank you.
I was just going to read all that.
Were you? Well, I've done your job for you, and I probably did it better.
Just because you said that, I can't let you go because you're one of Tinder's finest by asking how your love life has been this week. How is it? Lots of swiping right?
Mate, I'm still single. But
yeah, ready to mingle.
Ready to mingle, but I've just been so busy with work and just been really professional, so I've just not had any time for anything.
Out in Exeter tonight, are you?
Quick shower, we'll see what happens.
Is that the name of your autobiography? Ugo,
shower, see what happens.
Have a shower, see what happens. By Ugo Monnier. Oh, I'll read that at Christmas time. Ugo, thanks for coming on.
See you later, guys.
Cheers, pal. Have a shower, see what happens.
I wouldn't mind a night out with him.
Oh, he's going to be top, isn't he?
That'd be great.
Would it be in Exeter?
Well, tonight probably.
Yeah. Barry, you were with him on the golf course then? He's good for. I mean, he's been here a few times. He's a top lad, isn't he?
Oh, he is. He's real entertaining. We were competitive last year. We just tried to do the putting. He didn't demonstrate that he could play golf very well last year. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's playing a bit of a game. We did a little bit of putting. I got a bit competitive in.
Are you competitive because of the?
I would say no.
Really?
Yeah, I think that I left that behind when I retired, but I don't know. I think when I'm challenged, maybe it comes out a little bit.
Okay. Well, we've got.
Putting reminded me of crazy golf, and I'm not bad at crazy golf.
Well, it's exactly the same,
right? Isn't it?
You can't get competitive crazy.
Oh, you can.
Oh, you can.
Wait, do you know there's Crazy Golf World Championships?
You're not competitive at crazy golf.
Oh, he is, mate.
You've got to be.
Honestly, I've seen him.
I don't play golf.
When you go to the vending machine, he's competitive.
Get out of my way.
Right, listen, because we're joined by a former Everton midfielder and TNT Sports pundit, Farrell Williams, it's only right that we have a quick chat about Jack Grealish being named as the Premier League Player of the Month for August. Grealish has registered 4 assists from 2 league starts since joining on loan from Man City. Did you expect Grealish to have such an impact when he joined the club? I mean, I'm a huge fan of his. I was stunned that Man City let him go, and he has well and truly hit the ground running.
Yeah, he has. I didn't know what to expect. I felt he needed to move on and get a run of games. I felt, the player he was at Villa, we didn't see enough of that at Manchester City. I I mean, Moyes, I think he's allowed him to play with that freedom. I think if you look back to when he was at Villa, the great thing about him is that he done really well with that little bit of freedom, but the structure in that. And I think Moyes, he plays that way with Everton. He's given him that freedom. I guess there's less pressure at Everton to perform. The way that Pep plays, you've got to fit into a system and do things his way. And I'm not sure that Grealish's style pretty much suited that. So I think that little bit of freedom, I didn't expect him to hit the ground running the way he does, but you can just see, he looks like he's enjoying it again, which is great for England. Because
should he have been called up for England?
You could argue that. You could argue that he could have been, but I think if he continues this, there's no way that he can leave him out. Tuchel, I think he's a player that is hugely talented, and I know we've got a lot of talent in that area, but he's different, and I hope he can continue that form at Everton.
Yeah, me too.
I think they're giving the platform. I think David Moyes will give him the platform to do that. He did really struggle at Manchester City, and he spoke about it in terms of not enjoying football anymore. And if you're not enjoying it, it's really hard to perform. So I'm glad that he's away from that. Looked like he had a good summer. I mean, I follow him on socials, so I was being a bit nosy with kind of the training that he was doing. And he looks like he's come back in good shape. So hopefully that can continue.
Yeah, I think he's a great player. When we come back, we'll find out just how competitive you are, because it'll be time for DB v TNT bracket sports.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
It's Friday Night Live, TNT Sports' new partnership with talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy, and former England midfielder and big golf fan and TNT Sports pundit Farrell Williams. Now, a reminder that over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear exclusive commentary of Ipswich against Sheffield United. Go on the Blades in the Championship. Jim Proudfoot is your commentator for that one. He's got all the team news for us now. Jim, good evening.
Andy, good evening to you. Well, when the fixtures came out, this was a game with an appetising look to it, and now that it's here, it still has plenty on it, but for very different reasons. These two clubs, much fancied at the start of the season, but yet to win a game between them in League or Cup. Tonight, Ipswich make two changes. Darnell Furlong comes in for Young at right back. He makes his debut after his move from West Brom. Connor Chaplin's gone to Portsmouth, so Chuba Akpom comes in to replace him, and he makes his first start for the club. Sheffield United, three changes, two debutants. Mark McGuinness after his move from Luton, and Alex Matos after his move from Chelsea. Matos comes in for Gus Harmer, which is a major surprise. McGuinness in for Tyler Bindon, who's been away on international duty on the other side of the world with New Zealand against Australia on Tuesday. The other change up front, where Tom Cannon comes in for Tyrese Campbell. Another new face, Ben Mee, amongst those on the bench. I've got Darren Ambrose with me at a sunny Portman Road, Ipswich, Sheffield United, and it's live over on talkSPORT 2 from 8. It's time. It is tight and tense.
We're flying and our fists are punching.
DB versus TNT. What drama on talkSPORT, just when you think you've seen it all.
Good night.
Good night to you. Yes, this is our brand new feature, DBB TNT Sports, where each week... What are you looking at me like for?
Well, why can't you change it to JC?
Well, because that's not the name of it. It's not about you.
But fine, but on the screen you can.
No, it's not about you. No, because you're stepping off the subs bench. You're not meant to be here, right? And if you carry on like that, it'll be the last time you are here. Each week on Friday Night Live, Premier League 100 Club member Darren Bent, one of the best you can get, has been pitted himself against our special studio guest from TNT Sports. This week, we sadly have Jason Cundy in the studio. He's stepping in for Benny, but it doesn't matter when you've got the former England midfielder, the brilliant Farrell Williams, alongside. Every Friday they'll be predicting some of the biggest games from the weekend. It goes on to tell you about the scores and the points. It doesn't matter. Now, last week, it was a fairly low-scoring week. Last time out, with Hugo Monnier correctly predicting that England would win both their World Cup qualifiers and Germany would beat Northern Ireland, but with no correct scores. Meanwhile, Bentley only picked up 2 points after incorrectly predicting that England would draw their game against Serbia. What a plonker. Right, so the score is currently DB6, TNT bracket sports 8. Is that an 8? My eyes are so bad. 8, I think it's an 8. Right, let's go through this week's fixtures. We've got about just over 90 seconds, so if you can elaborate a little bit. Farrah, I'll start with you. Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. It's a game that's live on TNT Sports 1 tomorrow at 12:30. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think it's come a little bit too early for Ange to make any real difference. I see Arsenal win at home 2-0.
Okay.
I'm going to go for and a score. Does that give me extra points?
Yeah, that gets extra points.
Yeah, I'll go 2-0 Arsenal.
I sort of went over the points because we didn't have enough time. But points make prizes.
I was going to go 2-0, but I'm going to go one more 3-0.
Is that it? I mean, Farrah elaborated a lot.
I mean, you're rushing me. So
that's it. 3-0.
3-0.
Okay. Next up, what game? I don't know where this is going. This game, West Ham v Spurs. It's tomorrow at 5:30. Farrah, back to you.
Oh, difficult. Spurs didn't. How many shots did he have against Bournemouth? Yeah, they were awful, weren't they?
They can't be that bad again, surely.
A dog with fleas.
Three-legged dog.
Spurs at home to West Ham. No, they're away. West Ham. West Ham picked up good 3 points, didn't they, before the international? I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham.
2-1 home win, Jay.
Going 2-2.
Again, you're not elaborating. No, I haven't got time now. The biggest game of the weekend, Sunday at 4:30, sees the mighty Manchester United away at Man City. A win. I think both of these clubs are desperate for a win. Farrah, how do you see Man United winning this game?
You know what? They haven't actually been bad. They've created a lot of chances. In fact, they've created the most chances in the league. So I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay, Jay.
Both teams conceding, and I
think so. We haven't got time for you to elaborate.
3-1 City.
Really? That's all we've got time for. Farrah, you've been nothing short of magnificent.
Cheers, Farrah.
10 out of 10 as always. Thank you for that. Jay, you've been just above average, but that would do, I suppose. I'm back on Monday at 4 o'clock, looking back at a busy weekend of football with Darren Bent. Thanks for staying with us. Have a great weekend. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.